19-9.
Testing 1 2. Whoa, that's way too loud. Testing 1 2. That's better.
Testing 1 2.
Nah, he's too loud. Testing 1 2 3. Testing. Welcome to Montgomery, Alabama, ladies and gentlemen. Testing 1 2. Testing. Testing.
Testing 1 2. Testing. Montgomery, Alabama. Testing 1 2. 1 2 3.
Testing 1 2 3 4. Chester's coming in too loud on mine.
Calvin's.
Okay, I can't hear anything now. I can't hear anything now. This one here. Testing 1 2. Testing. Is that good for you?
Okay. Testing 1 2.
That's a little loud.
Testing 1 2.
Still too loud.
No, Calvin, you got to control yours.
Oh, okay. Now.
Testing 1 2.
There we go. Okay.
Testing.
I missed the
The tutorial.
Yeah. Please don't give me a test. Okay. So you go. You.
Y'all can adjust it as you want to during the game. No, that doesn't affect anything.
I got you. It just a while ago I was hearing me and him too much. Can you get me?
You're good.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. I'm gonna turn it down just another. Now talk.
You, Calvin.
Yeah, that's good. Testing 1 2. Testing.
Testing 1 2. Testing.
What time you want to go on? Good evening and happy Valentine's Day, all you Rebel fans. We are here today for an unprecedented moment in Chambers Academy sports history as both the varsity girls basketball teams and varsity boys basketball teams are playing for a state championship. This is the girls' first trip in the history of Chambers Academy to a state championship game. This will be trip number 6 for the varsity boys. They'll play at 7 p.m., but right now we're getting ready for the varsity girls game. Lady Rebels will take on the Lady Cougars of Southern. Each of these teams were seeded first on their sides of the bracket. Southern, we don't believe, has lost more than 1 or 2 ball games. Chambers, I believe, has lost 5. The bracket draw placed them on opposite sides of the state, and they both made it through their respective brackets unscathed. Chambers having defeated Wilcox and then Sparta yesterday, and Southern got here. Quite frankly, Chester, I don't remember who they beat. But anyway, they are here, and this is where you want to end up.
And we are here tonight, so it'll be a great atmosphere here at the Sport Multiplex here at the Crampton Bowl down in Montgomery, Alabama. We're pleased to be here to bring this event to you live, and looking for an exciting game. The Lady Rebels are fired up after that victory over Sparta in a close game, and the energy level here is it's pretty exciting here. Southern's got a great crowd, and so do the Rebels as they've traveled down here from Lafayette and Greensboro, respectively. And so we're looking for a good matchup here tonight, Calvin.
I think it will be. One thing we need to point out to those of you that are watching at home, Southern wears the same shade of blue that Chambers does. Chambers' alternate color is gray, and Southern's is white. Chambers, by virtue of being at the top of the bracket, is the home team. So Chambers will be wearing white tonight. Southern will be wearing blue. So while you may look at your television and wonder which team is which, the Lady Rebels will be wearing their home white, Southern their road blue uniforms. Not much we can say other than we're getting ready. Coach Jeff Hines has brought this team to the finals. This is his first year at Chambers. He's done an outstanding job getting these Lady Rebels prepared for every game that they've been in. They've been in a close contest every game. Not really been what you might call blown out at any point in time this year. And in fact, I think maybe 6 is the biggest margin of defeat that they've had all year, and that was against a larger squad. So
and a young Lady Rebel team at that too, Calvin. We've only had 2 seniors out there on the floor tonight for the Lady Rebels. The Keebler twins. Our guards out there, they're the seniors. So, things look promising for the Lady Rebels tonight and into looking into next year.
Absolutely. Coach Hines, as I said, his first year comes to us from having coached at Benjamin Russell most recently. And he is still plenty young, in my opinion. He's a year younger than me, so he's still plenty young, plenty able to do some more coaching. And we are excited for the future of Lady Rebel basketball.
And the girls have responded to him wonderfully.
Absolutely.
His energy out there and driving the dedication to these young ladies, and it's paid off. The 8 girls out there on the team have, worked hard, and it's paying off right now. And hopefully here in less than a minute for tip-off, we're going to see an exciting game, and hopefully Lady Rebels will be taking home that first championship here in Single A.
Yep, quite a way to celebrate our 50th anniversary at Chambers. We fielded 4 varsity sports so far. All 4 have made championship games, football and volleyball, now both basketballs. 40 seconds from tip. I'm Calvin Milford. This is my broadcast partner, Chester Carter. We're back after taking a hiatus from football, and we're excited to bring you some championship basketball here from Crampton Bowl, the Multiplex in Montgomery.
We're getting ready for some housekeeping here, some information, so let's get prepared for the national anthem, and we'll take a moment here.
Here we go.
At this time, we ask that you please remain standing to honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
How y'all learn on it?
Yeah, we're good.
Okay. Got the prelims out of the way. Here are the starting lineups. Looking at the Lady Cougar starting lineup, they're a predominantly junior-laden team. Little background music playing.
A little theatrical here.
Yeah, that's a nice touch.
Yeah.
First player introduces number 4, Augusta Arnold. She's a junior. Number 5, Mary Grace Sheffield, senior. Number 11, Megan Chapman, junior. Number 12, Riley Newton, junior. And number 32, Lida Lewis, is a freshman. And here come your Lady Rebels. Number 2, Claire Allen, is a sophomore, daughter of coach and athletic director Jason Allen. 23, Maddie Reese, is a sophomore. 25, Lizzie Keebler, senior. 34, Britton Stevens, a junior. And last but not least, number 35, Brandolyn Rombokas, is a junior. Coached by Jeff Hines. A little bit of a different lineup than Coach Hines sometimes uses, but I'm sure he has a reason for that. He's got something in mind that he's picked up, some tendency that Southern has, and he's going to try a little different starting lineup than usual. All these girls see action, are used to seeing action throughout games, so it's really no big deal who starts, Chester.
That's right. It matters who finishes the game. So we're a few moments from tip-off here, and again, Chambers is in all white, and Southern is in all blue.
Stevens jumping for Chambers, and Southern controls the tip. And we are underway.
Number 5 for Southern, Mary Grace Sheffield on the three-point attempt.
Shelly Keeber tries to come out with a rebound and doesn't have room to put the ball down to dribble, to call for a traveling violation.
Augusta Arnold on the penetration for Southern, and to the basket, and she scores. Chambers brings the ball up to the half-court stripe, and Claire Allen is looking for Maddie Reese, and they dump off to Britton Stevens down below.
Oh, she was open, but couldn't quite make the shot fall.
Cougars slow it down a little bit. Dump it down to the post, number 11. And rebounded by Rumbokas. And they're going to call a foul on.
Guess we'll see. So number 11, and that'll be Megan Chapman.
That'll be
Southern.
That'll be her first. Allen brings it across the half-court line. Dumps it down to Reese. And number 22 for Southern, McCoy takes it to the hoop for a score. That puts up Southern 4-0 here with 6:43 left to go in the first. Chambers needs to set up their offense. Oh, out of bounds, touched out of bounds by a Southern player, number 5. Will stay in the possession of the Lady Rebels.
Chester, I don't know what the final sports writers poll was in AISA girls basketball. I know Southern was first or second almost the entire season. These are very quick young ladies. You can certainly see why.
Yep. Stevens on the shot down low. An offensive foul on.
No, well, no, that's going to be on Shelley.
Oh, I'm
25,
sorry.
Shelley Keebler. I thought the same thing, but it's on 25, Shelley Keebler.
Shelley Keebler's first foul of the evening here. Number 4, Augusta Arnold, brings it across the half-court stripe for Southern. Southern's working it around the perimeter. Looking down low to number 12. Post up and just a bit short. Blocked by Britton Stevens and off the fingertips of a Lady Rebel. Will stay in the possession of the Southern Cougars. Foul on number 23, Maddie Reese, to be going to the line for 2 shots for Southern.
The entire Southern team has retreated down the court. They seem to be very confident this young lady's going to make these free throws. And I guess we see why, Chester.
Drops the bottom of the net on that one.
Well, what about that?
Stevens comes down with the rebound and gives it up to Claire. She pushes it up the court, looking for a open player, and is intercepted.
So they're going to have to give players some help there. They keep boxing her up in the corner. And Coach Hines will take a timeout with 5 minutes and 43 seconds to go in the first quarter.
Yep, that was number 12, Riley Newton, on the score, which put the Cougars up 7-0 here with 5 minutes and 43 seconds left to go in the first. And Coach Hines is going to take a timeout here and get the Lady Rebels calm down and get focused back on the game here. And you're right, Calvin, that's some speed out there for the Southern Cougars.
Same style basketball that Chambers plays, but they're showing a lot of quickness on defense. And I'm sure he's going to come up with some other kind of scheme to get the ball across half court, because they're closing in on Claire, which is leaving Britton open, but Claire can't get the pass away without somebody stealing it. So he'll make that adjustment, and we'll see how that works. Again, this is, I don't know whether this is Coach Hines' first championship game, but it's the first championship game for Chambers Lady Rebel basketball in the varsity division. The junior varsity Lady Rebels have won 2 state championships back when Coach McGinney was coaching them.
Let's see what the Lady Rebels have cooked up over there with Coach Hines. It's like Brandon Barbokas is doing the inbounding. We got Claire and Shelley Keebler. Pass back to Randallin. Jump ball here.
And possession, I believe, will go to Chambers because Southern controlled the opening tip. Southern comes in on a full court press off of that timeout. They've only been doing half court.
Pass was picked off by number 5 on the inbound. Maddie Reese with the rebounds, pushing it up the court, and is picked off by
Court
number
Monster
5.
got her.
And number 32, Lydia Lewis with the score. Number 4 takes the pass, and number 12 with the quick deuce.
Be a 30-second timeout by Coach Hines. That timeout didn't work well as the Lady Rebels have not gotten the ball across half court and have been outscored 4-0 in that little short 33-second break. You got to get the feeling, Chester, if we can ever knock the lid off the basket and get some points, things will get a little tighter.
Yeah, you got to break the ice there, get that first bucket, and things will start rolling.
Just barely missed a couple of shots down there. Britton was wide open. She will, looks like, come out of the game and be replaced by Natalie Lovelace, number 21. Also coming in is number 15, Lizzie Keebler, and number 10, Lexi Smith, which is another one of the starting lineups that Coach Hines has used this year. Gives him a little more ball handling with the other Keebler twin in.
Need to get it across the line in 10 seconds, and they do. Get the ball down to Lexi, excuse me. And who are they going to call that off of?
Going to stay with Chambers. It's one of those things where you're glad they're down there because you sure can't tell from up here.
That's right. Lexi Smith on the inbound. Looking at the top of the circle for Keebler. Just off a little bit. And we're going to have another foul here.
It's going to be on Shelly Keebler, I believe, which will be her second.
Yep. Number 2 on Shelly.
Three-team fouls on Chambers, 1 on Southern. Fouls not as big an issue as turnovers have been.
Cougars bringing it across the half-court stripe, and number 4 is driving to the hoop, and she finger rolls it in. Number 4, Augusta Arnold. We got a reach-in foul here on Southern.
On 32. Yep, 32. Lyda Lewis.
That's her first as well. Natalie Lovelace, we're doing the inbounding into Lizzie Keebler. Working it around, and pass is interrupted, and a big collision there at the top of the key. We're going to have a foul on
10, Lexi Smith.
Lexi Smith's called for the foul. Southern works it around and drops a 3 by number 32, Lyda Lewis.
Got an official timeout. The ball got up into the crowd, but it's quickly retrieved.
Southern with the full court press on. And Claire pretty much knifes through that and draws a foul while she's at it.
That's exactly one thing you can do to handle a press, just drive on through it and get the foul. And they keep fouling you, they'll sooner or later back out of that.
Yep. Natalie Lobus inbounds it to Claire, looking for Lexi Smith, the cross court, and it goes out of bounds and still stays in the possession of the Lady Rebels.
Maddie Reese is coming back in on the out of bounds play, replacing Claire.
The Lady Rebels are looking to break this drought here and looking inside to number 21. She's fouled on the shot by number 5.
It's going to be 2 shots for Natalie Lovelace.
Mary Grace Sheffield on the foul. Be 2 shots.
Score is 16-0 as Natalie tries to break the ice for Chambers.
Just off the back of the iron here. Number 22, Kaylin McCroy comes in for Southern.
Well,
Oh, nice
it's a good steal by
Shelly Keebler.
Shelley, but they couldn't hang on to it.
Good pressure. No one's back home for the Rebels, and Lexi Smith with the rebound.
Officials are starting to call a little tired of game as far as being able to come down with the ball. That's on number 32, I think he said.
I couldn't say if it's 12.
No, I think it's 32.
32? A lot of Lewis.
He held up more than one finger on the right hand, so he had two fingers on the other. There's a 12, a 22, and a 32 in there, but I believe it was 32. Now we got an official timeout. Coach Hines has a question about something.
Him and the referee are getting everything straight over there. I think they're talking about the possession arrow. We'll talk to Coach Hines after the game about this.
It's in the right place as far as I can remember. We've had one jump ball.
Keebler brings it across. Shelley's working around the top of the key. She's going for three, and just off the back of the iron, and it's reined in by her sister, Shelley.
And here they come. Got to get back.
Southern's pushing hard up the court and dumped off to number 32, who misses it, and rebound by Natalie Lovelace.
Lady Rebels are doing a good job rebounding missed shots. You just got, like we said, got to break the ice.
Lovelace top of the key. Smith just off the edge of the iron.
Wow.
Looks like we got a bucket on the.
I mean, they're getting
shots
shots
down there.
They're getting the shots, but they just can't make them go in.
Number
Nice
4, Augusta Arnold dishes it off for a nice quick 2 points there for Southern.
18-0 now in favor of Southern.
2 minutes and 35 seconds left to go here in the first period. Rebels are looking to set up their offense. Lizzie, from 3-point. Rebounded by Lexi, and she is fouled.
Fouled by number 5. And we got subs coming in. Romboka, Stevens, and Allen for Chambers. And can't quite see the numbers. It's 21 and 22 for Southern. That would be Leah Beth Stewart and Kaylin McCroy. A lot deeper bench there for the Lady Cougars than for the Lady Rebels. But it's been that way all season, Chester.
Picked off by number 4 for Southern. Augusta Arnold. She dishes it off to number 32 for a quick little layup there. That was a lot of Lewis with the score. It's 20-0 here in favor of the Lady Cougars. Lizzie from downtown, 3 points, just off the edge. Looks like they're going for another jump ball here.
That will belong to Southern. And so far, these Lady Cougars are living up to their billing. Like I said, they were number 1 or number 2. They only lost one game this year. Don't know who that was, 2. But right now, they're certainly hitting on all 4 cylinders. That's a little mix up there. Which caused the travel.
Traveling on number 22, Kaylin McCroy.
One of the few turnovers so far by the Lady Cougars.
Lexi Smith inbounding for the Lady Rebels. Lizzie drives for a 10-footer just off the backboard. And there is no offensive rebounding going on right now. The Cougars are doing a good job. Oh, block.
It's going to be a blocking foul on Bokus, I believe. It's kind of hard to see these official hand signals because they're looking at the other side of the court, but I believe he's saying 3-5.
Yeah.
It was not 1-5, and I know the last number was a 5, so that's going to be Brandolin.
Yep. She'll be shooting 2. Is that number 4?
Yes.
Augusta Arnold for Southern.
Once again, Southern bats completely out of the rebounding positions.
Arnold missed the front end of that.
Shelly Keebler in for Lizzie. And 102, which is what she got a while ago, she will come out and be replaced by number 12, Riley Newton.
Well, Southern gets one of the 2 free throws, and number 32 knocks it out of bounds. Lotta Lewis. Brandolin will inbound again. Goes across court here to Lexi and gets it in the hands of Claire, and Claire pushes it up. Looking down below for Britton Stevens. Drives to the hoop. Just off the side of the rim.
Needed about one more dribble there to get to where she's accustomed to shooting from.
Three-pointer by Southern was just off the mark.
Comes another one.
Another jump ball here. Shelley ties it up, and that's going to go in favor of the Lady Rebels. With close to 1 minute left to go here in the first, Southern is up 21-0. Lady Rebels are just looking to break that ice and get the points flowing. Shelley shooting from 3 land. Oh, fouled. Britton Stevens is fouled on the shot, and she'll be going to the line for 2.
She's getting shots that she has a very high percentage on throughout the season, and that foul, I think, kept that one from being good. Last one she missed, I think she needed about another dribble on. Well,
this is the front end of that. Let's see if we can break the ice here. There we go.
There we go. Long way to go, but your journey of 1,000 miles starts with the first step.
Yep. 3 from number 1, Jordan James from downtown for the Lady Cougars. The Rebels are doing a much better job. Lexi Smith from downtown, just off the front of the rim, and nice defensive play there by Lexi to slow the momentum down to that push by the Southern Lady Cougars.
And more reinforcements coming in for Southern. Number 44, Trinity Wilkinson, who's a sophomore, well, they switched the call after conferring and decided it was out on Southern, so Chambers will get the ball.
Even better play by Lexi.
Sure, Wilkinson comes in for McCroy, excuse me. MCCROY, McCroy.
Lexi inbounds to Claire. Claire drug that back foot. Walking turnover with 21 seconds left to go here in the first.
You know, this team has really matured throughout the season for Chambers. Claire, in particular, has really come on as a point guard.
Brittany Stevens with the rebound, tries to get it out, and it's picked off. Whoa, we're going to have a double dribble here on number 1.
Had a big 3-point basket yesterday.
Here comes some pressure. We're down to about 7 seconds left to go here in the first half. I don't know if they're going to get a shot off. Lexi gets it off before just off the back of the rim.
Well, not a very good first quarter. There's not much you can say about it other than you just hope it gets better. Your score, Southern 24, Chambers 1. Cheerleaders take the court. All right, we always like for our cheerleaders to perform for you folks at home because some of them are your grandkids, nieces, nephews, next door neighbors, so we're not going to talk over them. If you're a Chamber sports fan and followed especially this year, you'll know that Southern is a familiar name in a championship conversation. The football team played Southern, the volleyball team played Southern, and now the girls basketball team is playing Southern. So these are obviously the two gold standards in AISA 1A sports would be Southern and Chambers. The boys would have played Southern, but they were defeated yesterday by Evangel. So that would have been quite interesting if it had been a
Southern
clean sweep by both schools.
Yeah.
Just about was. 3 out of the 4 championships so far have been Southern and Chambers. And here we go. Southern ball up by 23, quarter number 2.
Southern's looking to push it low, and Britton Stevens comes up with the loose ball, and the ball is off in number
Fisher.
We're going to talk this one out here, see who it was off of.
Both of them were kind of screened. May go with alternate possession. No, they're going to give it to Southern. I don't know.
I couldn't quite tell from that view.
This is just like football. We can see what you're seeing at home.
Alexis Smith with the steal, passes over to Britton. Britton slows it down, waiting for her guard, Claire, to come up. Claire dishes it off to Shelly Keebler, and she's fouled in the process.
Chambers is in the bonus now. Of course, this is a shooting foul. It'll be 2 free throws, but any foul for the rest of the first half, Chambers will go to the line. Shelly steps up. She made 2 clutch free throws yesterday to get us here, put us up by 5, and Sparta hit a 3 at the buzzer to cut to 2. Somewhat deceptive final score because Chambers had a bigger lead most of the game, but anyway, that's what you want your seniors.
Hey, there we go.
That's what you want out of your senior leadership is making free throws. All right, 24-3. Maddie Reese comes back in. Still don't have a point from the floor. Everything coming from the free throw line, but you got to figure Coach Hines told the girls, let's get this thing down to around 10 or 12 at halftime, and we'll talk.
Off the leg of number 4, Augusta Arnold.
Yeah, she knew it too. She walked over to the official and smiled, and
she owned up to that one.
and headed back on defense.
We've all been there. So inbound into Shelly Keebler. She's looking around the top. Gets it to Claire Allen. Claire pushes it in, kicks it out to Shelly. Shelly's driving the baseline.
Oh. Wow, just cannot get a basket to go in. Every shot Chambers shoots hits the rim. Just won't go in there.
Number 4, Arnold on the shot, missed. Rebound by Southern. Off the fingertips of Lovelace. And pass by number 4, Arnold, to number 11, Megan Chapman on the score.
26-3 now. A little bit out of Brandon's range, and Stevens'
foul
shot is once again altered by a foul. She'll go to the free throw line. Next foul for Southern will be double bonus for Chambers. So, I guess you keep drawing fouls. One way to catch up. It's a sort of a slow way to go, but at least the clock's not running.
There we go.
Good.
That's the way to get back in the game, your free throws. So,
number 1 comes in for Southern, and Britton makes both.
So a 6:39 here in the second. The Lady Rebels are cutting into that Southern leads, 26-5. Puts on the line. It should be a 2-pointer.
He did. He caught it. The official caught the fact that it was a 2-pointer. That helps.
Shelly's looking for an opening. She loses a handle on it. Picked up by number 32 for Southern, and nice defense there by number 23, Maddie Reese. Reese with the ball, dumps it down low to Stevens as she makes the first field goal of the evening. for the Lady Rebels.
About 10 minutes into the game, but it's still counts.
Hey, nice.
That was a good steal. Uh-oh.
Recovered quickly, and number 11, Megan Chapman with the layup. Pushes the score now, Southern 30, Chambers 7.
Seemed to me, Chester, if there's a key to getting back in this game, you've got to
Nice rebound by Claire.
You've got to try to keep them out for those easy layups. Try to drive them outside the three-point line.
I mean, I think all but maybe 3 of their points have come in the paint down there with nice layups.
Yeah, they've had 2 3-point shots, I think, and the rest of them are going to be layups. A couple of free throws, and here's Claire Allen at the line.
There you go.
That one dropped in. Remember, Chambers is now in the double bonus, so any foul, the rest of the half will result in 2 free throws for the Lady Rebels. And both of those go in.
Well, 5:27 left to go here in the first half. Southern Cougars are up 30-9 against the Lady Rebels from Chambers.
Chambers winning the free throw battle, but only one made basket from the floor so far.
That's a 3 for Southern, and Shelly Keebler comes up with a loose ball. She's pushing it up the court, slows it down a little bit, but it bounces right off her foot. And that'll be Southern's ball.
A little help there from 32 for Southern as far as the out of bounds, but if she did manage to knock it off of Shelly's foot.
Gusta Arnold dishes it off. Looking down low. Nice block out by Britton Stevens with the rebound. Claire's pushing it up the court. Britton comes up with the loose ball. She's fouled.
Good grief. What do you have to do to make one go through the basket? That one went in and came back out. Oh, well, foul number 11 on Southern, and Stevens will go to the line for 2. I mean, I will promise you that ball went
in and out, yeah.
More than halfway into the basket before it came out.
Well, Southern does have plenty of reserves on the bench if anybody does get in foul trouble for Southern.
That's a nice rebound by Claire, but she lets it get away.
Britton Stevens comes in.
It's going to be Chambers' ball, number 4. Touched the ball while she was laying on the end line. Southern coach has a little to say about that, but looked to us like that was absolutely what happened. As Rombocus, Lizzie, and Lexi come in, replacing Stevens, Claire Allen, and Shelly Keebler. Another sub for Southern.
It's Trinity Wilkins come in, number 44.
Southern has 8.
Claire finds Lexi on the left corner and overshoots that one. Number 4 pushes it up.
That plays there all day.
To number 11, Megan Chapman is just setting up camp down below.
Years ago, we had a combination like that between Devin Steele and Heather Blackburn. As soon as Devin got a rebound, Heather would take off, and the ball would be right there.
10-footer missed by the Rebels, and Lexi Smith gets the offensive rebound and puts it in.
Well, halfway through the quarter, and it's down to
nice pick off by Rumbocus.
Down to a 20-point margin.
Up to Natalie Lovelace, so Lexi Smith has the ball and slows it down a little bit. Looking for a three-pointer, and just off the side of the rim and off of Rumbocus. Ball's going the other way now with Southern. With 3:43 left to go here in the first half, it's 32 for the Southern Cougars and 12 for the Lady Rebels.
Got a timeout by Southern. In this quarter, Chambers has scored 11 points and Southern has scored 8. So cut 3 points off of that margin. Like we said, you probably goal is to try to get it around 10 or 12 points at halftime.
I think some of that shock from the speed that Southern had there, you know, the Lady Rebels were getting used to it and starting to work around it and find the openings within the defense for Southern. But they're going to have to maintain their the Rebels are going to have to stay back on defense and stop those easy layups that Southern keeps finding down below. So,
yeah. Mentioned Coach Don McGinney, who won a couple of JV girls state championships. Coach McGinney is down below us here. The man for whom Don McGinty Lane is named on the campus of Chambers Academy. Long-time coach and athletic director. Coach McGinney still supports the Rebels very faithfully. He's now working for TREC. And I guess everybody's lights are on back home because he's down here with us.
That's right. Southern's inbounding it, and the Rebels are putting a little bit of pressure on. And Southern knifes right through that press. And number 4, Augusta Arnold with the 2-point shot. Lexi Smith with a 3-pointer, and she drains it.
Down to 19. That's the first time it's been below 20 in a while.
That's the first 3-pointer of the evening for the Lady Rebels.
Whoops, stepped on the line.
They're going to call a push.
I think we got a foul before she stepped on the line. So on number 10, Lexi Smith. The official says that Lexi assisted her in stepping out of bounds, and that's quite likely what happened. That's what it looked like from up here. Next foul for Chambers, and Southern will be in the bonus. Chambers already in the double bonus. Southern's aggressive style of defense has led them to more fouls.
Lexi Smith with a great rebound. She gives it up to Lizzie Keebler.
She wrestled it away. Wanted to take a 3 there by number 10, but she thought better of it.
Rebels are doing a much better job of work. There we go.
That was a 2.
Lexi gets on fire. It's going to be great.
Fouls on Maddie Reese. That'll put Southern in the bonus. They'll try a 1-and-1.
That was probably one of the better offensive setup there for the Lady Rebels this evening. Working it around the perimeter, finding Lexi.
Shelly Keebler comes in for Maddie Reese.
Let's just see if we can repeat that a couple more times.
And once again, nobody is in the lane for Southern. And it's missed. That's still an interesting tactic to me. Long 3.
Oh, off the glass.
And it's down to 14. This is there's number 11.
Yep.
Coming around to Lizzie. She tries a 3.
And she drops it.
And it's down to 13. This is kind of where I would think Coach Hines wanted it to be, and she's back across.
There we go. Turnover on Southern. It was a backcourt violation there. With 1:47 left to go here in the half.
Be a nice time for another 3. But we'll take a 2.
The Lady Rebels are doing a good job of working it around.
It's going to be a 2.
And Arnold for Southern comes in with the rebound, pushing it quickly up the court.
Number 11 again. They've got to stop that somehow or another.
They're going to have to put a spy on Chapman.
At least half of their points have been on that one play.
Yep. Ramboka's posting up and misses that one just to the left. And
there she is. And that was going to go with a free throw on top of it.
Chapman makes it, and is going to the line for a 3-point play here.
We don't have any way of knowing stats up here, but I have no doubt this young lady is their leading scorer.
We've called her name quite a few times this evening, just camping out.
Now, I was going to say, I don't know why we're still standing here. Officials confer and say that was only a one-shot foul because the basket did go in, and it's now 41-23, back up to 18. Quick 5 points in a row for Southern. Less than a minute to go till halftime.
Lizzie Keebler works it around to Shelley Keebler. Lizzie pulls it out. She's trying to set up the offense. We're down to 40 seconds left to go in the first half.
Lady Rebels may work for the last shot here just to do a little damage control if nothing else. Down 18. You want to go in down 20 or 21. And if you could get it down to 15, that'd be great.
Yep.
Oh. Better get it. Even though it's a backcourt, you can't let them catch it on a fast break. And 15 seconds remain till halftime. Number 4, Augusta Arnold will return. She's their primary ball handler. Got to figure you ought to have 5 people on number 11 down there.
A lot of pressure put on Southern.
Less than 10 seconds.
Lexi, number 4, drives, and she comes up short.
Oh, no.
And the ball is rebounded. Well, and that's the first half in the books.
But the most you could hope for there, 22 points by Chambers in the second quarter. 17 points in the second quarter by Southern as Chambers cuts the lead to 18. Had it down to 13 and let Southern score the last 5 points of the first half. It was 36-23, but it's not out of reach. They cut into that lead. If they can cut into it again in the third, then get to the fourth, see what happens.
Looking forward for a fast-paced second half. Getting about a 10-minute break here at halftime for the ladies to catch their breath and get some fluids in them. Get a game plan for the second half, but they're going to have to do something about the Chapman down below with those easy layups for Southern.
And here come the Chambers cheerleaders. We'll pause and let you enjoy them. It's about 5:40, so some of you may be just now getting home from work, tuning us in. We are at halftime of the girls 1A state championship game. The first quarter was not a good one for the Chambers Lady Rebels as they ended that quarter behind by a score of 24-1. It is now 41-23 as the Lady Rebels did find some offense in quarter number 2. They're down 18 as opposed to being down by 23. They had cut it to 13, but Southern was able to score the last 5 points of the first half. Lady Rebels did put up a defensive stand at the end of the first half to keep it from going back to 20. Right now on the court, the Chambers Academy varsity boys are warming up. They'll take on Evangel at 7 p.m. This game should be over sometime around 6:30. There'll be a trophy ceremony and some photo ops for mom and dad to take. And then we'll have the boys game. Chambers and Evangel played last year right here in the state championship game. Evangel won by 3 on a late three-pointer and then held Chambers on defense for about the last 30 seconds of the game. We'll talk about that game, I guess, at 7 p.m., but right now we're talking about the Lady Rebels. This is the Lady Rebels' first trip to a state championship game in school history. They've been to the Final Four, I think, once before that I recall and got beat by Lakeside, but this is their first trip to the final game. Coach Jeff Hines, in his first season at Chambers, has done an outstanding job with the Lady Rebel basketball program. And they've had some great victories this year, played great defense. Defense has been their sort of their game plan. And you see 41 points in the first half, Chester. It's a little odd because I've seen a lot of games this year. They haven't given up 41 points the whole game.
And I don't think they've seen the speed, anything like this, that Southern has. But after that first quarter, they got their feet underneath them, and they started to, get a little bit more control in the game than they did in that first quarter.
Yeah, you just have to sort of wait and see. Basketball is a game of streaks. Certainly the first quarter was a long 8-minute streak for Southern, but the second quarter they were a little more, in fact, the second quarter was won by Chambers. They were a little more comfortable with the surroundings. This is a big cavernous building. It's a multiplex. There are more than one court here. You probably can see what I thought yesterday was a malfunctioning scoreboard when I was watching David Howard broadcast. But that scoreboard you're seeing when the camera pans to the left of your screen is the scoreboard for one of the other courts. So this is a big old cavernous building. Even the PA system sort of echoes back and forth when the announcer is speaking. And it's different. I mean, this is not Langley Gym where you got the fans sitting right on top of the action. There's one set of bleachers on the side that Chester and I are on, away from the scorer's table. There are 2 sets in each end zone. One of those is occupied by the Southern students. The other one's basically empty. Chambers end zone is occupied a little bit by
cheerleaders and some
people I don't exactly recognize, so I don't know who they are. I see Stephen Shepard over there and Coach Owens, but there's a few people over there I think might be here from one of the other games. And then you got the Chambers students. Friday evening, it's a great time to play basketball. Valentine's Day is a great day to take your sweetheart out to a basketball game.
Absolutely.
But
I brought my sweetheart with me.
There you go.
So she's down here somewhere.
Well, mine's working in the daycare right now. She's going to try to get here for the boys' game, but the point being, it's a different environment. I mean, you don't have, even when you go on the road, you're used to the crowd being closer to the action. So here you're kind of out on an island. It's even got some chains and posts around that says no standing, so you're really not even supposed to stand around the court.
Yeah, this is a much more wide open spaces compared to any gym I've been into that Chambers has played in. So this is a different environment, and just getting the visuals behind the basket shooting is totally different. So
yeah,
this is a
of course that's no excuse because both teams, I'm sure, have to adjust. I don't know enough about Southern's girls basketball history to know if they've played here before. But
I don't know either. But
I know this is the 5th year because the only reason I know that is Chambers won state championship in 2014. The last year we played at Huntington. So 2015 was the first year here. So this is the 5th year that the championship rounds have been at the Multiplex. It's a great place. The only problem that we ever had having them at Huntington was you had to shuffle people in and out. Here you got no problem. I mean, you can have a game playing and a game in waiting, and it's been a great thing. They've been able to get 1A, 2A, and 3A playoffs. Elite 8 playoffs are all conducted in 1 week here, and they keep it down to science. If you're supposed to tip off at 5, you tip off at 5.
Yeah.
I mean, the only day I think the other day they got off track was when Chambers won in double overtime in the boys bracket, and even then they were supposed to be through by noon, and I think it was 12:15. So they
run a tight ship down here, that's for sure.
It's very well run, just like the triple header in football is very well run. I mean, when they say you're going to kick off, you kick off, and that event's been at Troy for 20 years. This event has been here for 5. Baseball used to be in Selma, but now it's at Lagoon Park here in Montgomery. So the AISA is very good at running their championship events. I have to give them credit for that. They do a lot of things right, but their championship events are memorable. They're memorable for the kids. When these kids get to be mine and your age, they'll say, I played in the first girls basketball championship for Chambers down at the Multiplex.
Yep.
Now I'm going to go over and watch my granddaughter play.
There you go. There you go. Let's hope that continues, those kind of stories like that.
So it's, I don't know that we did not have a girls basketball team at Chambers from the beginning of the school. There was a boys basketball team the very first year of the school. 1970 was the first basketball team for the boys. The girls, if I remember right, started in about 74, 75. I do remember the first girls coach was Jane Ann Haynes, who's now Jane Ann Davis. She was Miss Haynes, the science teacher back then, and she was the first girls coach. Mr. Perry, the headmaster, coached for a number of years and had a number of playoff teams. When I was a senior, we won what was then called the district tournament in girls basketball. Then came to Huntington and got knocked out in the Elite Eight. So a lot of success for the girls over the years, but it's always seemed to kind of play out in the round of 8 or one time in the Final Four. This year we made it through. Very exciting game yesterday. As I said, it was really a wider margin most of the game than the final 2-point margin indicated. 3-pointer at the buzzer cut it from 5 down to 2. But here we are. We're down 18. We got a minute left before we start back up. Teams are warming up for the second half.
We'll look forward to seeing what Coach Hines and the Lady Rebels are going to do to slow down that tempo that the Lady Cougars keep pushing and getting those easy layups down there.
A lot of folks up here on the media level. It's a really nice media level up here. You get a great view. See Coach Garrett from the Chambers football coaching staff. Coach Garrett lives sort of in this area. He's here supporting the Rebels. Headmaster David O and his wife Teresa are up here. Roddy Beck, AISA athletic director, who's a Springwood graduate. I remember him well when I was at Chambers. He and I are about the same age. Cheer coach Emily Milford's up here. I'm jealous she's eating. I'm not.
And we can't forget our production man, David Howard.
Absolutely. And
if it wasn't for him, this wouldn't be possible. But yeah, here we go. Second half is underway with Rebels possession. Working it around. And Shelley with a shot. Saved by...
Well, I thought she must have stepped on the line. One interesting thing here, you may notice it at home if you're watching. And Chester and I talked about it. The inlines here have the colorful decorative end zones, but they don't go all the way up to the out of bounds line. So sometimes, sometimes it's hard to tell exactly where the out of bounds line is. And Britton Stevens commits a foul on the shot.
Yeah, that confused me at the beginning. I was like, that end line is curved.
But Sheffield at the line for 2.
And that rolls in and out. And it's like Natalie Lovelace.
If you're joining us in the past few minutes, this is a tactic of Southern. They do not put anybody on the lane during free throw attempts. So this is not a technical foul or anything. They just don't put anybody down there. I guess they figure they need to set up on defense, and they'll take their chances, so they get 1 out of 2.
Rebels are working it in, looking down low for Rumbokus. Saves it off the fingertips of Southern, and it's going to stay Chambers' ball.
These officials really work well together, Chester. They look at each other. They count on each other for assistance. They consulted then on call because the ref on the end line was screened a little bit.
Working it around the perimeter, and
that's a 3.
3 by Shelly Keebler.
Margin is 16 now.
Number 4, Arnold for
back to 18.
Southern takes it coast to coast.
Claire Allen bringing the ball up. Back to Shelley. Claire's
Lovelace with about a 9-footer. And that's good. Looks like the Lady Rebels have a little bit of energy coming out of the halftime break.
You figure the goal for the third quarter would be to get it under 10.
Yep.
Oh, whoops.
Going to take an extra step there, and it's going to go over to the Lady Rebels on the travel.
So afraid there was a foul there, and I couldn't quite figure what had happened, but traveling call.
Rumbokus inbounds it to Claire Allen, brings it up. Dishes it off to Lexi Smith. Around the horn. And Shelley drops another three.
And senior Shelley Keebler says, I'm not going down without a fight.
Ooh, what a pass. Picked off by Britton Stevens. Gets it in the hand of Maddie Reese as she brings it up. Dishes it off to Claire Allen.
Margin is 13.
Britton with a nice move and takes it to the hole for 2 points.
Down to 11, 44-33.
A little bit of pressure put on by the Lady Rebels.
So Coach Hines talked to the girls about defense at halftime.
That three-pointer is off, and it's off.
It's going to be off Stevens, I believe. Yep.
Going to stay in Southern.
Bounced off of her forearm.
Good energy level by the Lady Rebels here at the beginning of the second half. Oh, off the.
And it's Chambers' ball.
Off the hands of Southern Cougars and turnover to the Lady Rebels. We got 5:20 left to go here in the third.
Chance to get it under 10 for the first time in a long time.
Shelley from about 8.5.
Oh, my goodness.
Bounces in and out. And there's Britton Stevens with the
down to 9.
Rebound and return for 2 points.
And for the first time since it was 10-0, Chambers is within 10 points.
That foul on the Rebels.
Maddie Reese reaching in trying to get the ball. I think that's what it was.
Yeah.
Yep. Foul on Maddie Reese.
Yeah, Maddie Reese.
2 team fouls early on in the third quarter as Lexi Smith replaces Reese. I don't believe we got anybody in foul trouble much. You kept up with the fouls, didn't you?
I think Reese has 3.
Okay, that's probably why she just went out. Well.
Offensive foul.
Basket is waved off
on Southern.
Lexi Smith dug in, and they waved off the basket.
That's a great play to sit there and take the charge like that. You can tell the energy level on the Lady Rebels has just increased dramatically from the first half. The enthusiasm.
Would be a really good time to get a 3.
Lady Rebels working at the top of the key.
Whoa,
Claire with the drive, and she's fouled on the shot. Going to be taking it to the line for 2.
32. Fouls on number 32. 2 shots for number 2.
There was a lot of Lewis on the foul.
Claire was 2 for 2 in the first half. And suddenly it's an 8-point game, 44-36. Ooh, didn't quite grunt hard enough.
Lexi Smith on the pressure. Nice job cutting off the baseline by the Lady Rebels. Pushing it up the floor. Britton's bringing it up.
It's very unusual for Britton to dribble. She's usually a, whoops, going to be a turnover. Britton's usually running down to get ready to try for a layup while everybody else is dribbling, but she came on down, did a nice job getting the ball down the floor. Lexi goes out, and I didn't see who came in, but
Rebels are putting a little bit of pressure on the Cougars, and that pass is way overthrown. Yep. So with 4 minutes and 3 seconds left to go in the third,
Southern takes a full timeout, and the Rebel fans have something to cheer about as they have cut a 23-point lead down to 8. And we got a quarter and a half to go.
And the energy and momentum have shifted drastically in favor of the Lady Rebels right now.
Yeah, it's 13-3 so far in the third quarter. Favor of Chambers. And we hadn't called that number 11's name, so apparently
they got a spy on her, trying to shut her down for all those layups.
Worked out a little something with her so far. Everybody talks, Chester, about what a cerebral game baseball is, but to me, basketball is just as cerebral because you have such streaky scoring. Sometimes you get in, it's like it gets in your head.
Yeah, the swings can be drastic. I mean, 1 minute you're feeling down, the next minute you're on top of the world.
Yeah.
You know, one basket, one steal can change the momentum, and you're on a run.
Southern's pulled back a little bit on the full court press.
Claire Allen brings it up, looking for
trouble there.
And stolen, and reach-in foul on number
Chambers.
21, Natalie Lovelace.
Yep, that's who it's on, 21. 3 team fouls on Chambers, 2 on Southern, so.
Chambers are going to back off the pressure too and set up in their zone defense. Arnold for Southern brings it across the stripe. Claire Allen puts a little bit of pressure on her to make her make a decision. Working it around the perimeter and over the back, it looks like.
That's going to be on number 11. Don't mind calling that number 11 for a foul call.
No. Megan Chapman's second foul for Southern.
3 team fouls per.
Inbound pass to.
Whoa. There you go.
Lucy Smith. Shelly Keebler brings it across. And picked up by.
Nice save by Brandolin.
Brandolin Bobocas.
Shelly
drives.
Remembered she could dribble.
Nice 10-footer there.
I think she thought she'd picked up her dribble there, but she hadn't. Now Chambers is doing full court. Coach Hines says get back. We're short-handed down here.
Oh, Britton's all over the place. She's had the pressure on the full court press there, and then comes down and gets a rebound. Great hustle.
Been quite a while since either team has scored.
Shelley with 3, and it was tipped at the Southern.
It hit the side of the backboard. I'm a little surprised they didn't call that, but it ended up with Southern either way.
Arnold pushes it up and is fouled by Smith.
Lexi got in a little bit of a tight there. She had to put her hands up, and she was moving. And Southern, number 4, able to draw contact, and she'll go to the line for 2. Southern hasn't scored in a long time.
I think that's Lexi Smith's 3rd foul. She needs to be careful here.
Wow. That young lady for Southern made her first free throw of the game. Didn't even draw any iron. And I'm not sure she's made one since then.
Well, it might be that rim, Calvin. You know?
Could be. Well, that one went in.
She drops one in. 1 out of 2 on that free throws. Britton carries it up.
Whoa, nice catch. Coach Hines bringing them back out.
Yep. Shelley's looking for a lane. Claire controls it, looks down low.
Nice pass.
Gets it to Britton Stevens, and Brandolin comes down with it. Ball's loose.
Good grief.
Oh, it's all over the place. Claire Allen comes out of the mix with it.
That's the kind of basketball you like to see, and got a Southern foul on 32, I believe he said. That's 4 fouls on each team now. As we creep toward the bonus. There are 2 minutes left in the third quarter.
Whoa. Claire dishes it off to Shelley.
Lets it go away with a little bit of a bounce there.
Yeah. Lady Rebels are working it around the perimeter, looking for somebody down low. They found Britton posted up. She comes in. Nice turnaround jumper.
45-38. It's down to 7. Oh, there's number 11. They let her get by.
We got to get that spy back there on number 11, Chapman.
Ooh. Not sure Claire was looking for that pass. Timeout, Chambers. No, that's an official timeout. It's going to let the subs come in. It's interesting.
Is that typical?
Well, you know, I guess they both wanted to sub in. I guess as long as each team had one, and then each team did have one. So, but I agree with you.
Nice post up again by Britton Stevens.
47-40.
Don't let her get behind. Yeah, there you go.
Almost out of backcourt.
Yeah. Ball was off of the Lady Rebels. We got 1 minute left to go here in the third.
1 minute exactly.
The Rebels have cut the deficit down to 7. Three-pointer by Southern was off the mark, rebounded by Lexi Smith. Claire Allen's pushing it up. She's going to wait till some of her partners get up there into the play.
Did a nice job pulling it back.
Lexi for 3.
Not going to make it.
Yep.
Lexi looked a little winded on that shot. You could tell when she let it go, it wasn't going to get to the rim. We got 40 seconds to go. Lady Rebels are down 7. This is right where we talked about we needed to be at the end of the third quarter. It's less than 10. Oh, my.
Hey, that's Britton Stevens on the foul. Number 4 is going to go to the line. Augusta Arnold.
It's one of those where they're closer to the action than we are. That looked like a good block, but
she's going to foul. They're going to make them earn the points, you know.
Team foul number 5 on the Lady Rebels. And she made that one. Coach Hines has come out of his jacket now. He's ready to coach that last quarter.
Lizzie Keebler brings it up over the stripe, and
that's going to be a travel. Or not. It's going to be a foul on Claire Allen. Thought it was a travel. I suppose they ruled, or they did rule that Claire assisted her in getting to the floor.
I don't know what that was. I think that was a foul. Foul on Southern.
No, it was. He held up 2 fingers, and the only number 2 out there is Claire. So
let's let those guys get that straightened out down there.
They're consulting with 19.5 seconds left, 8-point margin. Need to guard against a 3 particularly. Try not to give up a 2.
Arnold for Southern setting up the offense. 10 seconds. Looking for a 3. And it's off the mark. Britton Stevens comes down with the rebound.
Have to chuck it.
And she chucks it down, and it's, oh!
I believe that might have counted.
Well, I think it would have if it would have made it.
All right. Well, you know, they were down 23.
What a great third
quarter.
quarter.
18, now they're down 8. It's 40.
What a great third quarter for the Lady Rebels.
I'm going to let you see the cheerleaders. Let's see, it was 41-23 at halftime, so that's 17-7 in that quarter. Cut 10 points off of it on this, and they'll win by 2.
Good way of looking at it there, Calvin.
Yeah, you know.
But you can see that spark in the Lady Rebels in that third quarter. It looked good to see that. That first half, I don't know if they were.
Possession arrow goes to Southern. Well, you know, sometimes the magnitude of the event can get to you.
Yeah, we're talking about earlier the atmosphere, the environment. Big championship game here, and now they got their feet underneath them, and they got their fan support behind them rocking. So let's get ready for a great fourth quarter here. Arnold for Southern brings up the ball. Number 11, Chapman's posting up against Stevens.
Yeah, she actually was defended pretty well. She just had a.
Yeah. Leads now back up to 10 for Southern.
Trying to work the ball into Britton. And they turn it over. I think he called a jump. And the alternate possession goes to Chambers. Southern crowd not real happy, but
hey, that was a bang play right there, and
that was probably the appropriate call.
Yeah. Lizzie's looking down low, trying to find Britton, posting up. Arnold is all over the back of Stevens down there. Stevens works her felt free.
Oh, wow, that almost went in.
Yeah. Arnold pushes the ball up for Southern. Drives to the hoop. Little finger roll action there. Takes the lead up to 12 now for Southern.
Yeah, first 4 points of the quarter scored by the Lady Cougars. That's not how you want to start. And Chambers is taking a timeout. Coach Hines wants to have a discussion with his offense about how they're lining things up.
You know, in these tough games like this, and you're running up the scores like it is, you know, the depth of the bench is very critical. And Southern has,
they've got 8 and we've got 3.
Yeah, they've got plenty of subs to come in and give these ladies a rest. And Coach Hines is doing a good job of subbing in, you know, his subs to get the players a break.
Well, he's had anywhere from 6 to 8 players all year, no less than 6 and no more than 8. It's got a couple of games where he just had 6. That was one of the games that they lost, and they only lost it by just a few points. So,
well, Claire Allen has the ball, top of the key, looking around, looking for Lexi Smith in the corner.
Oh, man.
Oh, off the fingertips of number 4, Arnold.
Be off on them.
That's going to be stay with Chambers' ball.
The shooting start to look like the first quarter again. We don't need that.
No.
There we go.
Good passing down below. Nice shot by Britton Stevens.
Back down to 10. 6 minutes to go.
Oh, nice steal by Brandon Lambokas.
Yeah, be sure we pronounce it right. Her uncle was watching the other day.
I hope I'm pronouncing it right.
Whoops.
Stolen by number 32.
She's going to take it all the way if it goes.
Right off the front of the rim. That's a double. Oh. Wow.
Jump ball. That will go
Play
to
number 11 came out of nowhere.
That's going to go to Southern. And those 3 from the bench come in for the Lady Rebels.
Well, we'll get that alternate possession out of the way for the Lady Rebels later here. Could be critical. Inbound pass by number 11. swings it out to the left corner. And that's a three-pointer by number 12, Riley Newton for Southern.
That's another thing about the court. You've got a blue three-point line and the black. The black is the relevant line. So those of you that saw that young lady's foot on the blue line, the black line was what was the controlling factor.
Arnold on the drive and takes it to the hole. Lays it in for another 2 points for Southern.
It's 57-42 now. The Lady Rebels got to be a little careful and try to get some.
Shelley from downtown, right off the front of the rim, but Lexi Smith reins it in. Shelley again. Oh, nice.
Couldn't have come at a better time.
Shelley Keebler with a big three-point shot here with 4:50 left. No foul from behind by number 23, Maddie Reese.
And if what you said a while ago was correct, and that's Maddie's fourth.
Yep.
But you know there's 4 minutes, 48 seconds left, and it's the last game of the year, so oh well.
Yep. You got to let it all hang out there. Leave it all on the court.
Margin back up to 14. Or maybe 13. They put that point up in such a hurry, I didn't think it was there yet. It's 58-45.
Yeah, well, they're quick on the draw of the scoreboard here.
Yeah. Now it's 59-45.
Wow.
That
That Southern defense is swarming. That nice rebound there by Lovelace. Picks it out to Maddie Reese, getting it down to Lexi Smith. And there's the 2 points.
Yeah. Tasted their own medicine.
Yep.
Still a 12-point margin, though. We're only getting down to 4 minutes. And nobody defended her.
Getting into that fast-paced offense here. Rebels probably need to slow it down a little bit. And
well, you can't really afford to slow it down.
Number 22 on the steal and missed. And rebound by Maddie Reese.
She couldn't get the pass off down there to Shelley. It's better to pull back.
Yep.
Still got enough time. You just got to start knocking down the points.
Lexi Smith for three, right off the edge of the iron, and it's out of bounds. And Southern ball with 3 minutes and need to stop the clock. It was still running. Now they got it stopped.
Lost about a second. There we go.
Britton Stevens with the rebounds, pushing it up.
You got to come on down with it.
Claire Allen brings it across the half-court stripe and going to set up the offense here. Working it around. Shelley for three.
It's going to be a three if it goes. Nope.
Nice rebound by Claire.
Claire's fouled on the floor. That'll be the 5th team foul, so Chambers is not in the bonus. Southern is in the bonus, which I guess helps if you're going to try to get the ball back on free throws. Well, it's like she may have fouled out.
Yep, that's what it looks like.
Yeah, number 5 is fouled out.
It was Mary Grace Sheffield.
Senior. Sure, she hopes they can hang on since this is her last high school game ever. She'll watch the last 3 minutes of it from the bench, exhorting her team to hang in there.
Maddie Reese on the inbound for the Lady Rebels. Working around at Britton.
Oops.
Brittany gets it swiped away by number 4, Arnold.
Pocket. Well, they're going to go every time now.
Claire with a nice defensive play, not to let her gain the baseline. It's a foot race. Shelley Keebler's to the hole, and she's fouled on the shot.
Wow. Oh my. He thought about that one a minute before he called it, but it's an offensive foul on Keebler. Woo. Let's see. What you're seeing is way behind what we're saying. We'll take a look at it. It doesn't much matter because it's not going to change it. She might have gotten set, but she barely got set. But anyway, the call is what it is.
2:51 left to go in the game.
Officials have to make a judgment call about whether the defender was set. I think you'll start seeing Southern.
Oh,
Southern will begin to run the clock out.
there we go. It's an over-the-back call.
They're up 14, 2.5 minutes left. I think you'll start seeing them dribble around and
Try to slow it down, work
Eat
some
up
time
some
off the
clock.
clock, yeah.
Lady Rebels went in down 10. They're down 14 right now. And Southern takes a timeout in Chester. That's probably precisely what they're going to discuss. Is let's quit trying to score and let's dribble this thing out
Yeah.
and take home a trophy.
And the Rebels have got to decide when to foul and who to foul. So that'll probably be a hot discussion there in the huddle.
Both of these teams will take home a trophy. And be the first girls basketball trophy either way for Chambers Academy. Again, have no clue about Southern.
Well, the Lady Rebels so far in this game, they had a major turnaround from that first quarter to make this a ball game.
Those of you that have just joined us, the score at the end of the first quarter was 24-1 Southern. Since then, Chambers has had 46 points and Southern's had 37.
Yep.
But we're still down 14.
But the momentum and the energy level has been riding on the side of the Lady Rebels since middle of the second quarter. And got as close as they got the lead down to, or the deficit down to about 10. And that's as close as they've been, but they're giving it everything they got right now on the court. So
yeah, you can't. They'll always have that first quarter in the back of their minds, but you can't fault the effort. Even when they couldn't buy a basket in the first quarter, they were playing good defense. Claire Allen's going to come down, pass it to Shelley. Shelley, one of two seniors on this team that should be back next year.
nice rebound by Britton. Takes it to the hole. There's nice rebound and put back.
Down to 12, full court press, and there she is, wide open. Except she didn't make a clean catch. Still got the basket, though.
That has been Southern's go-to play all night long.
Yeah, they get to the all-tournament team and most valuable player. I don't think there's going to be much question. Although
Shelley from downtown.
Shelley Cuba
three-pointer.
has lit up the three-pointers tonight. Down to 11. We're under 2 minutes now. Chambers has the ball. Whoops, turned it over. And he says the foul was on the floor, I believe. So I don't think the basket's going to count. He's pointing at the floor. That typically means the foul was before the shot. If I can read his lips, he's saying on the floor.
I can't see that clearly, Calvin.
Officials are conferring. It'll either be a basket and a chance for three, or it's going to be 1-and-1. They did count the basket. And I can't tell who the foul was called
30.
on. I believe it was Britton.
Something with a 2.
I think it was 34.
34.
We don't have anything that ends in a 2 out there right now, except for number 2. So this will be a 13-point lead and a 1 free throw. Coach Hines asking for an explanation, and he's going to get one. These officials have been very cordial with the athletes and the staff and one another. Really only been 1 or 2 times in the whole game, Chester, that you noticed they were out there, which is always a good thing.
That's right. The game is for the kids, not the referees to be, the kids need to decide the game, not the officials. And they've done a decent job of staying out of the way and letting them play a game.
And the three-point play is completed.
No?
Well, maybe they didn't give her the basket. Okay.
I guess not, yeah.
I guess when he went over there, he said it was on the floor. So 2, and that's back to 67-52 with 1:44 to go. Time is running awfully short on the Lady Rebels. They have 97 seconds to erase a 15-point deficit. You get 2 of them here without the clock running.
All right. Chambers is in the bonus.
I don't think you'll see Southern take another shot.
Good pressure by the Lady Rebels.
Almost had a 10-second violation. Coach Hines wants them to come on out on defense.
Need to go ahead and make that foul.
Yeah, number 4 has been, of course, the next foul on Chambers is a double bonus, but number 4 has been a weak free throw shooter. They're going to foul number 12. I don't even know if she's even been to the line.
Riley Newton was fouled for Southern.
This will be a 2-shot foul, double bonus. I don't know who it was on. Wasn't no Maddie because she's still there.
Yeah. Next one for her, she'd be out.
Each team has 2 timeouts left. That shouldn't be a factor either. One of 2.
Claire Allen pushes the ball up the floor looking for Shelly Keebler on the left side. Rumbokus from about 10 feet off the mark. Britton was blocked out on that. We try to put a little pressure here on Arnold for Southern. And a blocking foul called on Shelly Keebler.
Lizzie's gonna come in, so both seniors will be on the floor to conclude the ball game. 2 shots for number 4. Southern pulls away from the lane. And they're going to clean out some folks on the end of their bench. The real shame here is this is going to get close to 20 again, and that's not really been the story of this game.
No, it hasn't. So you got to give all the credit to the Lady Rebels for fighting back and not giving up there after that first period.
Southern back up by 17. Both Keebler sisters in the game. They will finish a long, successful athletic career here at Chambers Academy that started in the 6th grade. Both these young ladies been playing basketball for 7 years. They all finished the game on the court together as seniors. Probably one of the big stories of the game in my opinion. And reserves coming in for Southern. They'll be on the court. Number 11, who get my vote for MVP, will leave the game. Hugs all around for her, number 4. And with 40 seconds to go, Chambers is down 18. They'll try to make it a little closer.
Cross court to Shelly. And looking down low.
27 seconds. Trying to get that last basket. And whoops, thought it was going in.
Claire with the rebound and put it back.
There are 10 seconds left, and Southern will be the 2020, which still sounds weird to me, the 2020 state champion. And sort of a cheap 3-pointer there at the buzzer. Puts them up by 19.
Well, that's it, folks. Your 1A Lady State champions are the Southern Cougars.
I know that kid felt like she needed to shoot, but that was sort of a useless shot.
Yeah.
But the score is 73-54 Southern. Your Lady Rebels are number 2 in the state for the first time in school history. We will cover the trophy ceremony, which will take place pretty much immediately.
And a great season for the Lady Rebels.
Quarter 1 and quarter 4 were won by Southern. Quarter 2 and quarter 3 were won by Chambers. But the Southern quarters were bigger margins than the Chambers quarters, and they wouldn't go out by 19. They were ahead 23 at the end of the first quarter, won by 19, so Chambers won the rest of the game by 4. But they didn't start keeping score at quarter number 2.
No, they didn't. That first period set us back, but I just really enjoyed to watch the perseverance and the drive of the Lady Rebels and after that first period. So hats off to both teams. And, hey, you know, you're going to probably see those Lady Cougars next year. They're only losing one player, looks like, off their roster. Most of them were 11th graders. So, but what a all-around good game. So
Chambers will return everybody but the Keebler twins.
Yep.
We'll pick up. All right, we're gonna go away from here for the trophy ceremony. Chester and I are gonna go mute or go ghost, as they say, so you can hear Roddy Beck. Well, wrapping up game one of this 2-game set for the Chambers Rebels in state championship. The Lady Rebels lose by 19. Southern came out on the strength of a 24-point first quarter to take a 24-1 lead and pretty well held on. Chambers cut the lead down to 7 or 8. Ended up losing by 19 as Southern took a sort of a needless 3-point shot at the buzzer that went in and won by 19. So all tournament team, as you saw, if you couldn't hear, were Britton Stevens and Shelly Keebler, certainly well deserved. Shelly not only had a multitude of 3-point shots tonight, but hit 2 free throws in the semifinal game that gave Chambers a 5-point lead. 3-point at the buzzer by Sparta became meaningless as Chambers won by 2. So Shelly had a big part in both of the games here in the Final Four. Coach Hines has a lot to look forward to coming back next year. Loses both Keebler girls. When we went to the break to do the trophy presentation, we were talking about JV. I'm not sure. I think there's maybe one JV girl that will come up. But Coach will get out there and talk to some of the young ladies maybe that aren't playing. And we're always picking up new students. So hopefully we'll have a little bit bigger bench. This is a reclassification year. Basketball, baseball, softball, and volleyball are all classed by total students. Football is classed by total boys, so it's possible that the boys' classification in football may be different than it is in basketball and softball. Excuse me, basketball and baseball. Boys don't play softball, do they? But anyway, what I'm getting at here is when we reclassify, Chambers has grown in the last 2 years since reclassification. Southern has grown as well. Southern picked up a large number of students from Marengo when it closed. That's what they were telling us when we were there for a football game in Greensboro in September. So they had a lot of juniors be seniors next year on that Southern team, but maybe they'll be in 2A.
Yes, they just looking here. Yeah, they're going to lose one girl. Mary Grace Sheffield was the only senior on the roster I see for Southern. So, but congratulations to the Lady Cougars on the victory, and I want to give our hats off to the Lady Rebels who didn't give up and kept fighting, and very proud of the performance they gave, and they got a bright future ahead of them too as well.
I agree. You're as I said, these two schools have this academic year have been the gold standard in 1A sports.
Absolutely.
Played for the football title, the volleyball title, and now the girls basketball title. Unfortunately, Southern was able to win all 3 of those. You don't like that, but they're having a great year. Congratulations to them. This will be coming up the first championship game in AISA 1A this year that doesn't involve Chambers and Southern. It will be Chambers and Evangel, because Evangel was able to beat Southern yesterday. Southern only lost 1 game in boys basketball before yesterday when they lost to Evangel. Evangel has only lost 1 game all year. Chambers, I believe, has lost somewhere in the neighborhood of 5. We will probably go away here for a little while. It's 17 minutes till tip-off, and I don't know that Chester and I can bore you with enough facts and statistics.
Yeah, we could try, but I think I'm going to step over there and grab a...
We're going to give your ears a break, let you all go get a snack.
We're going to grab one too, and
we will be back for the Lions, I think is who they are, and the Rebels.
Yep. So grab yourself a snack and get yourself something to drink. In about 15 minutes, get ready for tip-off for another great game between Evangel and Chambers.
Yeah, we'll be back in about 10 or a little better.
That sounds good.
To set the game up for you. Good evening, Rebel fans. Welcome back to the Multiplex here at Crampton Bowl in Montgomery for the 1A State Boys Basketball Championship. It's a great day in Chambers Academy Athletics, as for the first time, the varsity girls team and the varsity boys team have made the finals. Varsity girls have already played. They came out on the short end of a 73-54 score against Southern. Southern jumped out to a big lead. Chambers cut it back down, and then Southern sort of coasted to a victory. Lady Rebels still got a second-place trophy out of the deal, which is the first time in school history they finished second. So hard to say it's been a bad day so far. This will be the boys' championship between the Evangel Lions and the Chambers Rebels. As we said before we went to the breaks, first time Chambers has played a championship game this year against anybody but Southern. As they face Southern in football, volleyball, and girls basketball, they will face Evangel today because yesterday Evangel beat Southern. So this will be an interesting game, third year in a row that the Rebels have finished the tournament by playing the Evangel Lions. Chester?
Yeah, we should be looking for a fast-paced game coming up here in about 3 minutes for tip-off. From what I've seen so far, they're going to be doing some fast-paced offense here, and scores should be pretty high. Hopefully the Rebels can keep up with them and keep them in striking range. And our 3 points shooters Josh Holliday and Peyton Allen are going to be key to keeping the Rebels in this as well. So
2 years ago, Chester, we played in the semifinal round, the Final Four game. Coach Allen tried to control the tempo as best he could, and Evangel won by a pretty good margin. Can't remember exactly how many, but pretty good. And they went on to actually lose the state championship the next night to EMCA. Last year, we came here, and like you said, anybody would say, well, this is going to be a high-scoring game. Final score was 37-34, I believe. And Evangel won that game by hitting a three-pointer with about a minute left. Chambers had a multitude of opportunities to score in that last minute. Got rebounds, out-of-bounds calls, all sorts of things. Could not seal the deal and tie the score. And so Evangel won state championship last year over Chambers by 3, but it wasn't the track meet that we were all expecting. It was a game that Chambers definitely controlled the pace in, although Evangel did a very good job of controlling Peyton Allen, who was Chambers' leading scorer. I think Peyton scored 8 points. So he was definitely shut down, and ultimately that was probably the difference in the ball game because he was not able to score.
If the Rebels can keep a slow pace, half-court, game, they're going to have a much better chance of winning this game. But I do not want to get into a track meet with these folks here. So let's.
No, Evangel is got the luxury of being a Montgomery school, and they have a lot of kids that are wanting to get not only a good education but an opportunity to start. And they've got a really, really first-class coach. I've had a chance to meet him over the years as I've done some PA announcing on the eastern side of the state. I've done a couple of AISA regional tournaments. Really super guy. I remember the first thing he did last year when the final buzzer sounded, he was not over there with his team. He was over there with our team, congratulating them on a good game. So I cannot remember his name. Maybe it'll come to me over the course of things. Or maybe it's on the sheet here.
Kerwin Washington.
That's it, Coach Washington.
Yeah.
I think he's probably one of the only coaches. He's the only coach at Evangel that I've ever known. He's a very, very good fundamental coach. Of course, Coach Allen has been at Chambers for a number of years and has carried the Rebels to, one, two, three. This is his 4th championship game. It's the school's 6th championship game. Coach Allen actually played in one of those.
And in 2014 was the
won the championship.
Won the championship right. For the Rebels, for the boys, men.
2 of the better coaches in the AISA. They will square off very shortly. We're about to have the starting lineups. I'm sure we'll have some pregame, and we're going to turn it over to them.
Let's get ready for a game. Good game here.
Now.
Peyton Allen brings the offense up. Passes it off to Braxton. Braxton looking for, hey, Rafe takes it right down the left side and just off on the drive, but he gets his own rebound. Good hustle there. Just out of the reach of Braxton Allen, and
good defense by Josh Holliday, but there was too many lines and not enough Rebels.
Number 35, Jordan Grice on the putback.
Josh Holliday basically caused 2 missed shots there, but there was more of them than there was of us.
Smoot's looking for an opening. Trying to find an open player. Finds Peyton behind him for a 3. And just off the mark a little bit there. Evangel with the rebounds, pushing it up the floor.
Rebels did a nice job of getting back.
Nice box out there by Peyton.
And a foul on Peyton.
Call a reach in on Peyton there. He was on the ground, so they're just going to inbound from below the basket. That's Peyton's first foul. Nice defense by Rafe Daniel. Slicing to the basket, and he's fouled on the shot.
Maybe a travel. Yep, I think the travel, I was afraid of that happening before the foul. Took about 1 step too many. He didn't have anywhere to land and had to take another step. Still 2-0 in favor of Evangel.
Number 1, Tyree Curry brings it across the half-court stripe. He's assessing the defense of the Rebels.
Coach Allen already on his feet, exhorting his team. And I believe that was number 1.
Big draw by number 1, Tyree Curry, to the basket. Puts Evangel up 4-0 against the Rebels. Peyton from about 11 feet. He drains it. Very composed right there by Peyton Allen.
Peyton obviously determined
Nice,
he's not going
nice strip by Peyton Allen.
not going to be held to 8 points like he was last year.
Peyton's pushing it up the floor. Driving it to the hoop. Just off the edge. Gets his own rebound. Good hustle there by Peyton to never give up on the play.
And he's fouled by number 1.
Tyree Curry on the reach there.
Long inbound to Josh Holliday. Sets the offense.
Peyton with a turnaround jumper.
Oh, my. Let's don't start that again.
Nah,
That's where the girls' game started. Everything went in, came back out.
Yeah. Kicked it out to number 1, Tyree, for Evangel. It comes up short, hits the front of the iron, but he gets his own rebound back. Another shot for 3 by number 11 off the mark. David Working, Jr. Tyree Curry scoping it out, driving the lane. Puts about an 8-foot jumper. Oh, and they're going to call that off the Rebels, and possession maintained by Evangel. Oh, nice strip by Peyton.
By Rafe.
Rafe Daniel comes up with the ball. Peyton's pushing it up. Peyton with another 10-footer. Just off the front of the iron.
Got to be careful here. He's already got a foul.
Hey.
Nice job not picking up the second foul there.
Nice defense by Peyton and good rebound by Josh Holliday.
Chambers is going to take a timeout. That was a really nice job by Peyton Allen there, altering that shot and not picking up his second foul. 2 fouls on Peyton at this stage of the game would be very detrimental to the Rebels' chances.
With 3 minutes and 34 seconds left to go here in the first period, it's 4-2.
Chester and I are told we're going to be able to interview Coach Hines. We'll probably try to do that at halftime, as we'll talk to him about the girls' championship game, where they finished second. I sent down a text to try to get him to come up, and I received a text back from someone on the staff who should remain nameless, but she's closely related to me, who said he's speaking to the real news people.
I don't know who she would be referring to.
Wasn't us, obviously.
Other media.
Yeah.
Other.
I know what she said.
Yeah, should be
she
the
said
other.
the real news people. Oh well.
Oh well. Good times. Good times.
Yeah.
So. And it is a privilege and an honor to bring these games to people at home. And
used to remember I have a live mic. All righty. Well, 4-2, and there's been 5.5 minutes played, so
that's good. Hey,
so far it's not a track meet. That's
right.
a good thing.
Yeah, good defense so far by both teams, and Holiday's getting ready to inbound it. So inbound it to Rafe.
Rafe hasn't dribbled. He needs to remember that he can.
He's looking for his player of choice right there.
Looked like he was.
He can drain that from right there too. Holiday's looking around. Pick set by Braxton Allen.
Yep. That's who the foul was on.
What was that, an illegal pick there,
I
Calvin?
believe so, or moving screen or something, but Braxton's not going to foul out. He doesn't pick up many fouls. So.
Interesting call there. Tyree Curry brings it in, dumps it off to number 35, Jordan Geis. Evangel works it around the top of the perimeter, off to the left side. And number 11 overshoots the three-pointer, and Peyton's pushing it up to Braxton Allen. And he gets fouled on the shot by number 35, or excuse me, 32.
Nice fast break. Good opportunity for Braxton to knock down a couple of free throws. He's a pretty good free throw shooter.
Yeah. That's good to see the Rebels pushing it when they had an opportunity. Draw the foul, and
Josh Holliday's back all the way under the other goal. First free throw is good, 4-3 Evangel.
Braxton knocks down the front end of his free throws. And the second one comes up a little bit off.
Good thing Rafe didn't reach much further than he did. Still 4-3 Evangel. 2.5 minutes left in quarter number one.
Number 11 looks like he wants to eye it up. David working. Work it around to number 10.
I don't know if you folks at home can see number 11's shoes, but they're a very interesting color.
Number 1's isolated up on Braxton Allen. Number 11 was about 11-footer there.
Makes a 6-3 margin. Evangel's biggest lead at 3. Steal. Again, Peyton's got to be careful. And number 1 steals and makes the basket. And it's 8-3. No need to panic here. Chambers have been behind by much more than this over the course of the year. Just got to play their game.
Braxton setting a pick for Peyton. Peyton's looking around and finds Braxton right at the foul line, and
got to make a little crisper passes. They obviously know Josh Holliday can shoot from the outside.
They're going to call a travel on Holliday.
A little bit shaky here for Chambers. I think they just took a timeout.
Got a warning on that.
Got a bench warning, okay. I wondered how we got a timeout when we didn't have the ball.
No, I just wanted to get a little warning out there.
Had a play time in the girls' game where they stopped play just to let some subs in. I hadn't seen that before.
Yeah, me neither. So,
but sub came in from both teams. So,
well, Evangel seems to be picking up the tempo in the last series and kicking it out to the corner for a three-pointer and off the front of the iron.
They are definitely not a slow-paced team. I mean, they score probably average scoring in the 70s.
And they can turn it on in a second. Just in that last series, we saw that. So, number 1 for Tyree Curry is off the mark on that three-point shot for Evangel. Peyton Allen brings it up the court, looking for somebody, and he's fouled on the shot, so that's going to bring up 2 shots for Peyton.
Chambers had a strength all year, Chester, on defensive rebounding. And you saw that there. If you don't make your first shot, you're just about not going to get a second one. Rafe Daniels, an outstanding rebounder. Peyton, Caden Smoot, and they all crashed the boards.
Peyton knocks down the first of 2. See if Peyton can knock this down and make it a 1-possession game. Tie it up.
And Gunnar Johnson and Jake Waldrop will come in to give Caden Smoot and Josh Holliday a rest.
Well, with 39 seconds left to go in the first.
Check that, it'd be Caden. Well, 3 of them came out. Jordan Benbrook came in. I didn't see him. Braxton, Caden, and Rafe went out. Jordan Benbrook, sophomore, stepping out to lead the defense.
Number 32 with a shot from the corner. Off the mark. Josh Holliday with the rebound. He's looking to push it. Sees no kick ball there. And they're going to call a reach-in foul. Let's see.
Not sure. Yep, on number 11. David Working.
Junior, yeah.
David Working Jr., who's a senior. Whoa. 18 seconds left.
Number one, Tyree Curry has been in Peyton Allen's back pocket so far for the entire first period. Peyton just inside the three-point line. Comes up a little bit short. Looks like Evangel wants to run, but off the front of the end. He knew how much time was left in the period, and he got to get a shot off.
I'm glad that didn't go in, because I'll tell you a story. Last year, Chambers was ahead in the first quarter, and a young man took a shot with 1 second left right over in front of his own bench, and it went in for 3, and they won by 3. And I was in the audience, and I can't remember who I was sitting next to, but I told him, I said, if we lose this game by 3, we're going to remember that. And we lost by 3, and we remembered it.
Yeah. Pretty low-scoring first period there,
Yeah,
Calvin.
it was last year, 8-5. It was about 8-5 last year, but I believe the Rebels were ahead. But again, they had played great defense up to that three-point basket went in, and that's the cheer I was telling you about. Except they changed it. Oh well, we won't talk about that. Let's talk about Rebel basketball.
That's right. Well, so far, Tyree Curry has been all over Peyton Allen, trying to keep him under control, and he's disrupted some passes between him and Holiday. So let's see what here the second quarter brings us.
Alternate possession to Chambers.
Peyton from way downtown.
Nice rebound. Whoops, almost. I thought he had it.
Yep.
I think he thought he had it too.
That was Smoot down below. Number 1, Tyree Curry for Evangel. Kicks it over to number 10, Marcus Townsend.
Kicked it out for a 3.
Off the front of the iron. Rebound by number 32.
I don't know who got him, but you could tell somebody found
Johnson on number 32. And he'll be going to the line for 2.
25, Caden Smoot. At least the fouls are being spread around a little bit.
Yeah, we want to make sure that no one gets in foul trouble early here.
That helps. Coming in as number 0. And I don't have a 0, so maybe I'm reading that wrong.
An 8 maybe? No,
it's a
0.
0. Well, we don't know who he is. But he's in there.
We should probably figure out who that is.
Yeah.
Off the back of the iron.
Missed them
And Rafe Daniel comes down with the rebound. Strong rebound. Kicks it out to Josh Holiday. Holiday brings it across the half-court line. Looking for Peyton Allen. Braxton's trying to set a pick for Peyton.
Peyton throwing 2 and 3 people sometimes.
Nice turnaround jumper. And he drops it. Nice shot. Nice touch there by Peyton Allen to bring us in, the Rebels within 1 of Evangel with 6 minutes and 43 seconds here in the second. Number 1, Tyree Curry with the drive.
A basketball has a mind of its own.
Yes, it does.
That one made about a 30-yard dash before it went in.
Braxton on the pick.
I think that was intended to be a pass. It hit the bottom of the backboard, and Evangel comes up with it.
Tyree Curry for Evangel setting up the offense.
Well, here's number 0.
There's number 0 with the three-pointer.
Don't know who he is, but he made a 3.
Seems to be a fan favorite here.
Yeah, got to be the purple shoes.
Got to be. Peyton's looking for somebody to get open. Kicks it over to Smoot on the right side. Ooh, there was a pass right there. Kicks it out to Smoot for a three-pointer, and nothing but the net. Nice shot by Smoot.
If Caden gets hot, they'll have to spread their defense out some.
Got a lefty out there shooting threes with Smoot. Evangel surveying the court. Smoot comes down with the rebound.
Getting strong rebounding defensively by the Rebels. Long three.
That was from the parking lot right there. Smoot comes down with the rebound, kicks it back over to Peyton.
Sooner or later, those will start dropping for Peyton. They usually do. They just got to get in the groove.
10-footer off the front of the rim. Holiday comes up with it. Nice offensive rebounding here by the Rebels.
Whoops. That was going to go Evangel's way.
Nice offensive rebounding series there by the Rebels. Too bad they couldn't capitalize on that, but
Ball went all the way behind the curtain.
it went over to the next.
Yeah, over the next court.
Yeah.
Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. He just went to get the basketball.
Tyree Curry for Evangel brings it across. Kicks it over to number 11. David working.
It's like an old.
Number 0. Oh. Nice 10-footer there by number 32. Johnson with the bucket.
Still just 15-10, and Rebels really not shooting that well. You got to figure if they can start making the shots fall, we're hanging in here pretty well with this group.
Peyton surveying the defense, looking for his opportunity.
Yeah, you're only down 5, so you want to make every possession count. There he goes, kicks it back out to Rafe. Back over to Peyton.
Nice pick by Rafe. Picked up nicely, though, by Evangel.
3 people guarding Peyton.
You got to be
given time. I mean, that means there's 2 people wide open somewhere.
Nice shot there. Nice tip by Rafe. Way to block out and finish off by Rafe Daniel.
15-12. Rafe brings an element to this team that was absent last year, although Rafe was on the team, but he's developed a really strong leaping ability and a really good ability to rebound and put it back for points. Scored 24 points Monday in that double overtime win, and every one of them was needed.
Yeah, his timing has gotten improved so much, just the awareness of where the ball is going to be at. He seems to show up right where it's going to be at, and you can't teach that. So it's more of a nice instinct he has there.
For a brief moment there, he could have driven the lane. Whoa.
Caden Smoot from way down.
Nice
Rafe Daniel with a big rebound.
Outlapped everybody.
Nice shot put back by Rafe Daniel.
15-14 Evangel.
So we were talking about being in the right place at the right time. Rebels have a little bit of surge of energy here. Down by 1.
2 minutes till halftime.
Evangel kicks it back out the top to regroup. Set up their offense.
Whoops. Oh, they took a timeout. I thought he double dribbled. Timeout's been called by Evangel. With 1 minute and 57 seconds left till halftime. Your score is Evangel 15, Chambers 14 here in the 1A State Basketball Championship. This is Chambers Academy's 6th trip to a basketball final. In the previous 5, they were victorious once and came up on the short end the other 4. 2 of those losses were in the 90s. Then brought home a victory in 2014 over Marengo. Lost the next year to Crenshaw and then lost last year to Evangel. One of the early losses was to Lakeside. Quite frankly, I don't remember who the other one was. But I know they lost twice in the 90s, late 80s, early 90s. And then 2014 started since 2014, this is the 4th state championship game for Coach Allen and the Rebels in 6 years. The game that we won was on guess what day?
Valentine's
Day. 6 years ago, 2014 Valentine's Day. QD Tinsley hit a 3 at the buzzer. Chambers won by 3, 47-44.
Well, I'm really impressed with the way the Rebels came out here in this first period and the first half, excuse me, and you know, they're playing their brand of basketball. They're not letting Evangel run down on them and run the score up, which is good. Let's see if they can finish this half strong. Nice defense there by the Rebels to deny the baseline move, a three-pointer.
Oh, wow.
Nice touch by number 11.
Yeah, you hate
David Working.
You hate those threes when they bounce in, unless you're the one that shot it.
That's right. That's right. But that was a nice touch, though. Holiday brings it across, gives it up to Rafe. Rafe kicks it out to Smoot. Smoot works it around to Holiday.
Watch out, watch out. That was kind of a frustration foul there by Josh Holiday. Got the ball stolen, tried to get it back. Fourth team foul on the Rebels, only 5 on Evangel, so really not much concern about either team being in foul trouble or shooting free throws with a minute left to go till halftime.
Braxton Al on defense on Curry for Evangel. 0 takes this another three-pointer by number 0. Don't have a name for the player.
And Evangel now has their biggest lead, 21-14.
Peyton kicks over to Josh. Blocking foul.
If there's another foul in the first half, Chambers will shoot. That was on number 0. He who remains nameless because they didn't give us a lineup with his name on it.
Oh, Peyton got fouled on the shot. He'll be going to the line for 2.
We do have a lineup supplied to us by the AISA, but it does not have a number 0 on there. So, but he's got 6 points.
Yep.
And his teammates have 15 to go with it. Right through the bottom of the net, little string music for Peyton. And coming in for Evangel is 25. We do have him. He is Aaron McNeil, Jr. He's a sophomore. Evangel kind of like Southern was in the girls' championship game. They got a very deep bench. Chambers bench a little deeper than the girls. They have 3, and Chambers boys have 6.
Oh,
double dribble.
Took an extra step there. I'll get you every time on that one there.
30 seconds to go. Chambers down 5.
Chambers should be holding for the last shot of the half.
Maybe. Sometimes Coach Allen will go ahead and try to get that.
But the opportunities there, sure. Yeah. Peyton's working on number 1. Oh, finds. Oh, nice.
Oh, goodness.
Wow, great hustle by Braxton Allen.
Well,
unbelievable.
Flurry of activity.
Yeah.
And we have 7 seconds left and still have the ball.
A lot of bodies flying down there, but no call. And
a whole lot of defense going on.
Holiday's looking for somebody, and he gives it back to Ray.
Be a foul on 0. And that will put Chambers in the bonus.
All right.
With 6 seconds to go. Rafe Daniel will go to the line for 1 and 1.
It's a big time foul right there, big collision.
This will be 1 and 1, so Rebels need to be prepared to play defense. Marcus Townsend returns.
Holiday better watch the guy behind there.
Down here by himself. Now we got 2 people on him.
Rafe hits the front end of the 1 and 1.
21-17. Rebels down 4. Rafe will try to cut it to 3, and then we'll see if we can play some defense and take this thing to the half. Whoops.
Nice defense by Smoot to deny the drive.
Not for lack of trying, but they could not score.
Got a lot of excitement over here in the crowd.
We go to the half. Evangel 21, Chambers 17. Rebels are down by 4, and Evangel will get the ball on the alternate possession to begin the second half. Very similar to last year's game. I don't really remember who had the lead at halftime, but it was a low score like this. Well, Evangel cheerleaders will take the court first. Still looking for Coach Hines. We hope to be able to interview him here at halftime.
Hey, I ain't got y'all on yet. Y'all ready? Let them go. Let them.
Me and the judge on TV, it's going up.
And nice job by the cheerleaders. Coach,
Yes, great job.
we always show the
Great
cheerleaders
job.
because they're somebody's daughters and they're somebody's
No doubt.
granddaughters.
Hey, they work just as hard as anybody else does. Proud of what Miss Milford does with our cheerleaders.
We are here. I was just talking about her. She sent me a text. I told her we wanted to interview you, and she sent me a text back and said he's talking to the real news people.
Yeah.
But great year, your first here at Chambers Academy. We are tickled to death to have you as our girls basketball coach, and you had a phenomenal year. Take us back and tell us your impressions of this season, then we'll talk about tonight's game.
Well, first and foremost, when you get Jeff Hines, you get Jeff Hines and his family. And
We noticed that.
we're just so appreciative that that Chambers, you guys reached out to us and took a chance on me and gave me the opportunity to come and see what I could do with the girls basketball program. And I tell you, we're just tickled pink that the direction this program's going in.
We tried to recall earlier what the final season record was. Do you happen to know?
Yeah, 16-8.
Okay.
16-8.
Great year.
Yeah.
I guess today's game was the largest margin of defeat. Take us back through today's game. First quarter had to be the thing that sort of set the pace, wasn't it?
Yeah, no doubt. And it's like I told the girls, you can't win a ball game in the first quarter, but you can come mighty close to losing one in the first quarter. And I looked up one time and it was 26-1, and I'll be quite honest with you. I just don't have anything in my playbook that can overcome 26-1. I really don't. And
They don't make a 25-point shot.
they don't make a 25-point shot, and our young ladies finally settled down. We made a shot or two, and we started defending a little bit better. We made some more shots, and we started defending a little bit better, and press started hurting them a little bit. And, next thing we know, we got an 8-point ball game going into the fourth period.
Yeah, we were excited up here. We were about ready to jump over the rail.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
And, we won the middle two quarters and I guess lost the bookends, didn't you?
Yeah. We talked about that at halftime. We were down 26-1 and then won the second period 22-17 and 22-15, and I don't know what happened in the third and the fourth. I hadn't checked the book.
You won the third by 10 because it cut it to 8.
Yeah, okay.
Went from 18 down to 8, so you won the third quarter by 10 and then lost the fourth quarter by 11.
Yeah, and look, Alita Sanders dubbed this team the Mighty Eight, and they are the Mighty Eight, and we just kind of ran out of gas down the stretch. We just and look, you got to give Southern credit. They got an incredible team, and they were able to shuffle players in and out. But it's like I told Mr. Owen and Coach Owens and Coach Allen earlier today. If I have to get in a foxhole, I'm getting in the foxhole with the 8 that I've got.
There you go.
No question about it.
And you're only losing 2.
Only losing 2. So the future's bright. The thing that I'm most excited for these young ladies is they have laid the foundation for this program. Well, I wasn't trying to build a team. I'm trying to build a program. And it's 2 totally different things. And if we can get some more girls involved in the program, JV and varsity, I think we're well on our way.
Well, I can't imagine anybody not wanting to play for you at this point.
Well, I appreciate that. I'm very, very blessed, and I'm just grateful to be a small part of what these girls accomplished this year.
Man, tell including me, because I don't know, is this your first championship game appearance?
This is my first championship
Wow.
game. I've been to a Final Four. But this is my first championship game appearance as a head coach or an assistant coach.
So it's a new thing for everybody, wasn't
It's
it?
a new thing for everybody.
Well,
And it's funny you ask that, Judge, because hindsight's 20/20. If I had it to do over again, I still press them, but I go to I play the zone in the first half like I did in the second half.
Well,
And it slowed them down. Augusta is a great ball player. Mm-hmm. She really beat us to the rim in the first half. She beat us to the rim in the second half some, but not as much. And I think because we were playing a zone, and that slowed her down.
And, we called number 11's number. It seemed like forever in the first half, and I don't think we called her but twice in the second half. So
exactly.
That was an adjustment too. But
well, we made it. We said, hey, when they get the rebound, the first closest one of us, get your hands up and distract them so they can't just turn and throw it and off to the races. So,
and if you had to go out the way Shelly Keebler went out with all those threes,
that's a great way to go out.
She'll remember that a long time.
No doubt.
Of course, Lizzie will too. I'm not shorting anything that Lizzie did, because the 2 of them together have been a big part of Lady Rebel basketball history. But you look toward next year. You'll have 4 juniors and 2 seniors at least, plus, like you said, some that might want to come and join the fun.
Right.
This team will have a trophy, first ladies basketball trophy in Chambers history. They'll have a banner in Langley Gym from now on.
Sure will.
And so they made history.
Well, you make a great point. And this was probably the most important thing that I told our team after the ball game. There's nobody in this building that wants to win a ring more than me and you. I said, but 10 years from now, that's just a symbol. That's just a symbol, and it's going to be in your jewelry box somewhere collecting dust. and I don't mean that ugly. Mm-hmm. And that trophy's going to be in a trophy case collecting dust. But the sisterhood and the relationships that you have formed over this season, those will last a lifetime. And that's what's important to me. People ask me what kind of team you're going to have. I tell them I'll let you know in 10 years.
Good
because
point.
I want them to be good wives, good mothers, productive citizens.
Good point. And that's what we appreciate about you. Well, the buzzer just went off. We got a minute left in the half.
We're down.
Parting thoughts?
We're down 4. I think we're going to get this game. And I appreciate everyone has been so kind to me and my family. We love being at Chambers, and we got to go back to work and get ready for next year, because we want to come back and experience this one more time.
I agree. Couldn't agree more. You had a birthday recently. I won't talk about how old you are, but
Yeah.
I noticed that you were a year younger than me, so you ought to have at least 10 years left in you.
Good Lord willing and the creek don't rise, I'll have it.
Coach Malzahn says that coaching ages you in dog years, though.
There's
so.
no doubt about it. No doubt.
Well,
Thanks for having me, and I appreciate
Thank
it.
you, Coach. Congratulations.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right. Quarter number 3 is about to crunk up here. Coach Hines says he thinks we're going to get this one, so we'll go with that. Evangel up 4. They start the quarter with the ball.
Nice rebound by Rafe Daniel.
Always good to get a missed shot and a rebound. That means you have stolen that extra possession.
Josh
Here's a three
Holliday from
Josh.
downtown. Big three for Josh Holliday.
Well, that's who we need to get hot. 21-20.
Number 11 for Evangel. She comes up short. Fight for the loose ball.
Well,
It's going to be a jump ball.
It's going to go to Chambers.
Glad we got to talk to the Lady Rebel coach. Hines there at halftime.
Yeah,
Always a
great
pleasure.
interview. Wow. I mean, I'm not a good interviewer by any stretch of the imagination, but when somebody, when all you got to do is say, tell us what you think, and he's able to sit there and tell you all that stuff.
Hey, don't sell yourself short, Calvin. You're a great interviewer.
Well, I wouldn't say that, but he's the kind of person that makes you look like one anyway.
Well, all right, back to action here. The Rebels are working it around. Holiday's driving to the hole. Wow.
Oh, look at Josh.
Nice move by Josh Holliday. 5 points in a row for Mr. Holliday.
And
the
Chambers has its first lead.
Rebels take a lead here with 6:53 left to go in the third period. Three-pointer by Evangel's missed. Nice block out there by Peyton
gets the
Allen.
Rebound. Here they come. Rebels are running. Let's see what happens.
Peyton's
Whoa,
pushing it and knocked out of bounds by number 32. Johnson for Evangel. They'll set up the inbound play under the basket. Holliday will be doing the duties.
Whoops.
Mishandled there.
Yeah, pass was a little bit
Hot.
strong.
Yeah,
and,
came in hot there.
Well, they got the weird basket now, don't they?
Yeah. Calling him on the ground.
Foul on the floor. It's going to be on somebody with Chambers. I believe it's Rafe. Well, couldn't tell.
A lot of action down there. There's about 3 offensive rebounds there by Evangel.
I'll be honest with you. I think he might have said Peyton Allen. Either way, it was one of their second fouls.
Number 10, Townsend with the jumper.
Well, there's a three. Evangel goes back to the lead.
He called it a 3.
Again, the black line is the relevant line if you're watching from home. The blue line, which is further out, is more of a college distance.
Rafe kicks it out to Josh. Josh drives to the hoop. Nice drive.
A nice shot. He's got to get up.
Got numbers.
He thinks he was fouled, and he's down there. There we go.
Nice rebound by Rafe Daniel. Gives it up to Peyton to bring it up. Tyree Curry is all over Peyton again.
Well, they've only got one on him now. They had 3 on him in the first half. Josh has kind of let them know they need to pay attention to everybody else. Well, here
Josh
we go
from
again.
way downtown. Off the mark.
Didn't miss it by much, though. He'll try that again.
Nice defensive play by Holliday.
Jump ball.
Oh, they
That'll
call
go
that
to
a
Evangel.
jump ball.
Yeah, sort of a shortest jump ball you'll ever see. but,
Exactly.
as soon as both people touched it, they called it jump. 5
Evangel
minutes even.
kicks it out to number 11 for a three-pointer. And, whoa, he took a walk on that one. We probably may need to get some crowd control down here.
Yeah, there's somebody on the front row that
I think that may be against violations there.
getting a little upset.
Yeah.
He's down there filming the game with his phone. I don't quite understand all that, but not for us to worry about. He don't belong to us.
Yep. Caden Smoot from the corner. Nice box out by Braxton Allen.
Wow.
Peyton Allen comes down with it.
gonna
Nice
bring it out.
offensive rebound. Braxton again. Oh,
Basket is good.
and one. Going to the line for Braxton Allen. Great determination right there on that series for the Rebels.
Foul was on, I think he said 25, but I don't see a 25, so I guess it was 35.
Strong work by the guys down under.
Allen shooting for the lead. And we got it.
And he drains it.
Timeout, Chambers. Coach Allen having a discussion with the officials about something he observed that he didn't care for. Well, they seem to have had a nice discussion, took it well.
Yep.
And it is 25-24. Chambers, 4 minutes and 32 seconds remain in quarter number 3.
Let's see if the Rebels can maintain this energy and their composure right now, going halfway through the third here.
Biggest lead for Evangel has been 7. Biggest lead for Chambers has been 1.
That's all we need when that buzzer sounds, is by
that's
1.
right. Won it by 1 on Monday.
Yep.
Double overtime.
It's good to see the energy level, though, for the Rebels down there. They're doing a lot of good fundamentals, blocking out. I mean, their rebounding has been incredible so far. Offensive rebounding has been great. And it's good to see Holiday getting a little bit of a hot hand out there, dropping the threes.
You know, Coach Allen talks about this being the golden age of Rebel sports. You interview somebody like Jeff Hines that's been coaching and succeeded. This is his first championship game today. This is number 6 for the Chambers Rebels.
It's amazing. Yeah. Oh, here comes Evangel quickly.
Number 4 for Coach Jason Allen.
Evangel brought that up quickly out of nowhere.
Yeah, the Chambers just had gotten back on the floor. I'm glad they were able to stall that speed.
And Rebels are doing a good job defensively there.
Whoops. Didn't wrap up the rebound. Still didn't wrap up the rebound. Jump ball.
I'm going to call it.
Peyton tied him up, so that'll flip the possession to Chambers. Pretty,
you can feel the intensity getting stronger and stronger on each
brave on
series
Peyton's.
right now. Nice drive by Rafe. Peyton's in there disrupting things, and they're going to give it to Evangel.
That was one of those calls that I'm glad he was down there and could see it, because I sure couldn't tell who knocked it out.
Yeah.
Here come the lines.
10-footer, drained it by number 11.
Evangel has the lead.
David Working, Jr.
Whoa.
Nice move by,
Something altered Peyton's momentum there. I don't know what it was, but nothing was called.
like somebody from behind touched the ball, and Braxton was right there for the pickup, but number 32 denied him on that. That was Johnson. Peyton draws the foul, and wow.
That would have been nice if that had gone in.
Yeah. Nice work by Peyton by drawing the foul on that one. Going to the line for 2.
Evangel's doing a good job defending Peyton, but he's drawing some fouls. And he's certainly the best free throw shooter on the team.
Wait. It's a little short there on that.
And just like when they say on TV, he's never missed a field goal.
Don't jinx him there. But it's good to see when they're doubling up on Peyton, someone like Holiday steps in and drains a 3. It's good to see other players step in when people get double teamed and triple teamed even.
Oh, whoops, that was a foul. And the basket, I believe, is going to count. Yep, it's going to be on Holiday, I believe. It's probably his second.
Yep.
several Rebels with 2 fouls now, but there's only 2 team fouls. 11 minutes left in the entire contest. Evangel up 2, and now up 3.
Peyton's looking for somebody to get it into, and
gets it into Rafe.
Yeah, watch your Tyree Curry is all over Peyton. Peyton for 3. Falls a little short there on the jumper.
Not able to get his full follow through on his shots. His 3 points keep hitting the front of the rim.
Yeah, they got number 1 in Peyton's back pocket right now. That's his assignment, stay all over him.
Rebels need to be sure we don't let this get. Whoops.
We'll call that on Peyton, it looks like.
Yep. That's either 2 or 3. So I'm not sure. It's 3 according to Mindy. That's Mindy being Coach Allen's wife who keeps the books. She just held up 3 fingers.
Yeah, that is Peyton's 3rd.
First shot's good. Evangel lead is 4.
Just rolled that one in.
There's things that they've had 2 shots tonight that could have rolled all the way down the court for the distance they went around the rim before they dropped. Rebels need to be patient here. They're down 5, and Coach Allen's going to call a timeout. 2 minutes and 40 seconds to play in quarter number 3. Evangel has jumped out 5 in a row to a 5-point lead. Coach Allen doesn't want it to get out of hand. And neither do the Rebel fans that are here.
Yeah. And a great turnout for this game right now. We got a full side of the house here of Rebels fans. And we've discussed this in the past, the Rebel fans, I mean, they'll go where the Rebels are playing.
We do travel well.
That's right.
This is the 51st year of Rebel basketball, 50th anniversary of the school, and the 6th championship game that the boys have played in. We'll do the math and figure out how often that is. About every 8 years, I think, or so. Whoops.
Whoa.
8.5, every 8.5 years. So
an errant pass by Rafe Daniels, and Evangel will bring it up across the half-court stripe.
Chambers has been down by 7, but you don't want to have to get down by 7.
Number 11 is shooting for 3, and it's the front of the
Smoot saved it inbounds, but saved it to an Evangel player.
From here, I could, again, that out of bounds line.
That's where that line we were talking about came into play.
I thought it was out of bounds, but
whoever the foul was on was a 1 digit, and the only 1 digit in there is Holiday, so that's going to be his 3rd foul.
Yep.
Still, it's like we said in the girls' game. This is the last game of the year. That's kind of an oh well.
Just maintain their composure and continue to keep on executing on what their fundamentals.
1 of 2, up to a 6-point lead, 6 in a row for the Lions.
Rafe brings it over the line. Peyton is being smothered by number 1, Tyree Curry for Evangel.
Well, that's pretty much how they played it last year.
Yeah, that's right there, the foul, yep. They're going to call that every time. The official's talking to Coach Allen. Peyton travels on the play. I didn't see that.
Thought that was going to be a foul.
Coach Allen better tone it down a little bit. He's going to get teed up.
I think he just did.
Now, I didn't see the travel. I don't know if we can catch it on replay here.
Looked like he got sort of pushed backward.
I don't know about that.
Well, let's see. Down 6, minute 40. First technical is good. That puts them up by 7, which is the largest deficit of the game for Chambers. And that one didn't go. Evangel will retain the ball off of the technical. Down 7. Excuse me, up 7.
1:40 left to go here in the third. Evangel has possession.
Plenty of time left. Just need to get rebounds off of missed shots. Like that one. There you go.
Nice rebound by Braxton. Kicks it out to Peyton. Peyton's pushing it forward, looking for somebody. Takes it to the hole. Nice drive and layup by Peyton Allen.
Just what you need.
Saw the opening and took it. Nice work. Oh, we stepped out of bounds. Oh, wow.
I stepped out over there, too. Oh, well.
Well, hey, we both called it. I'm sorry about that.
one boundary's as good as the other.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
That's all right. I don't think we'll get teed up way up here, but can't help but letting your emotion get you every now and then.
Yeah. Peyton's isolated up on Curry. Peyton.
Oh, I thought that was going in.
Nice rebound by
I thought that was going in. Wow, what do you got to do to get a basket? Comes Evangel up 5. Got to play good defense here. Keep it within striking distance.
Just keep it in front of you.
Keep it in strike. Oh, don't let number 0 have it. Well, he finally missed.
Nice box out by Rafe Daniel. Peyton slowing it up. Oh, now he's pushing it quickly. Looking for an opening. Finds a nice little angle there. Nice shot.
30. 19 seconds left. Now Peyton's coming to life. That's a good thing to see. Except nobody guarded this guy.
Wow.
And I think Peyton just got his 4th foul.
I don't know.
Somebody did. Might be Josh. I don't know who it was on because he only held up one hand.
Yeah.
Doesn't really matter. Gets 1 or 2. Down 6.
Braxton.
14 seconds.
Braxton inbounds it. Peyton's pushing it up. Well, under 10 seconds. Needs to watch the clock.
7.
Smoot from downtown. And that was partially blocked by number 35.
And here we go. Evangel up 6. 8 minutes left in the contest.
An exciting third period right there.
Yeah, they were up 4 at half. It's 21-17, so it's 15-13 in the third quarter. Here come the Rebel cheerleaders for the last time this year in basketball. Or last time this year at all, because they don't cheer in baseball.
No, they
This
don't.
is the last fourth quarter appearance by this year's varsity squad. Let's give them a watch. Nice job.
Yeah, very nice job, ladies.
Well, Rebels got to win this quarter by 7, Chester. They'll take home a trophy, but maybe not the one they wanted. Again, AISA championship games, as in AHS.
Absolutely.
That's Evangel ball.
Here we go.
Yeah, they're up 6. 1 point away from their largest lead. Basket here would give them their largest lead. And Braxton got the rebound, but gravity was his biggest enemy. He ended up going across the end line.
That red end line down there.
Yeah.
Evangel works it around the perimeter.
Yeah, they're going to want to try to hit a 3 if they can as their first choice, it looks like. They figure they get up by 9, they can hang on. Well,
number 11 from top of the key.
Yeah,
he drains
that's
it.
the kid that hit it last year that won the game.
David working.
Yeah.
Puts
Had the game winner last year, and it's the biggest lead now for the Lions, 39-30. We've gone from 26 to 26 to 39-30. That's, 13-4.
Peyton out has the ball. Takes a jumper from about 9 feet. And
Evangel's ball. Yeah, that's
last touch by the Rebels. And here comes Evangel pushing the ball quickly up the court. Now they slow it down.
Defense becoming even more urgent now.
Yeah. Tyree Curry scoping out the defense. Braxton's putting a little pressure on him, making him make the decision. Nice defense by Peyton. He got stripped.
Oh, well, I can't say that I saw that, but
well, it was a late call.
But I was not where he was, so I don't know. Said that Peyton stepped on the end line. It's not going to really show up too well on the replay.
Number 3 working from downtown again. Heavy battling for it right there. Oh, no, yeah, he's going to travel. There we go. Good call. Great defense by the Rebels. Inbound it to Peyton now.
Kind of in need of a 3 here.
Yep. Let's see if we can get Holiday open for a nice 3.
Over to Smoot.
And now they call Peyton for a travel.
Traveling is becoming the call du jour. And Evangel takes a timeout with 6 minutes and 13 seconds to go, leading by 9. You may see them start taking the air out of the ball, Chester.
Yep.
We saw that in the girls' game, but it was only with about 2 minutes left. Probably a little early in a game like this to start trying to milk the clock. But
yeah, you still want to keep the the pressure on for.
You can be sure they'll dribble around and take a high percentage shot from now on.
Yeah, but they're going to continue to play their brand of basketball. Work it around and find that open 3, and if it's there, they'll drive to the hoop. But let's just hope that
this is a lot like last year's game in that Chambers forced them to play Chambers type game.
Yep.
But uncharacteristically had some offensive troubles. And here we are. Last year we scored 34. Got 30 now. Looks like we'll get more than 34 this year, but there's only 6 minutes left. Who knows?
Yeah.
We hadn't scored but 4 in the last maybe 6 minutes because about halfway through the third quarter it was 26-26. And here 6 minutes later it's 39-30. So
well, let's just hope for the
we shall see.
The remaining 6:13 that the kids decide this game on the court, and there's no judgment calls out there that could sway the game either way. So
well, it's been like the girls' championship game, reasonably well called.
Yeah.
I hadn't seen anything that I disagreed with if I had been where they were standing.
Yep, they're right on it making the calls. So let's hope it stays that way. So the Evangels working it around, trying to drive the. Oh,
that ain't good for a number of reasons.
Number 1, Tyree Curry with the bucket and foul.
Basket went in.
I think it was on Braxton Allen.
Yep, it's on Braxton, so that helps. At least it wasn't.
Here's what, number 2 for Braxton?
Probably. I don't remember him being called it. And all of a sudden now it's 12 points.
Curry is all over Peyton right now. Holiday kicks it out to Smoot. Smoot off top of the basket, rebounded by Braxton.
A lot of times you'll see that called out of bounds.
Yeah. Surprised they let that one go.
Yeah.
Holiday's working in.
Got a foul. That's only team foul number 4, though, on Evangel.
They're going to call
So number 1.
Yeah.
Evangel's in the bonus. Chambers has 17 fouls. 4th on Evangel.
Smoot from
for 3.
Off the front of the rim, and Peyton's right there for the follow-up. Nice deuce right there for Peyton.
Down to 10. Chambers going to pick up full court now. See if they can rattle these ball carries for Evangel.
Curry with a drive for Evangel. Picked off by Braxton Allen. Got the ball into Peyton's hands. Turnaround jumper.
Wow.
Hit the back of the iron.
Just can't seem to make anything fall all of a sudden, which is probably attributable to the defense for Evangel as well.
Yeah. Rebels are down by 10 with 4:38 left to go here in the 4th. Peyton on the drive.
Oh, that was fortunate. Wow.
Oh, that's a travel.
Yep.
Yeah. Some intense playing right there on that series.
Yeah.
A lot of hustle by both teams.
10 points. Margin. 4 minutes and 25 seconds. Still plenty of time, but it's going to take some offensive planning and
execution here.
Yeah, that's the word I was looking for.
Peyton's looking for some help. Gets it out to Holiday.
Everybody's bunched up, which means somebody should have been open. Whoops.
That's got to be white
on
Chambers. Yeah, okay.
Yep. Chambers ball.
It's off number 32, Johnson.
Clock is under 4 minutes now, so half this quarter is gone.
Smoot from downtown, off the glass.
Oh, my goodness.
Just rolls in and out.
What do you got to do to make a basket go in? That's going to be on Rafe. And I'll look over at Mindy to see how many fingers she holds up.
Got 1-on-1 right now.
I think it's just maybe 2 on him. Yep, it's 1-and-1. Evangel's not been very good at the free throw line thus far. Free throws will be attempted by 32, Colby and Johnson. First shot's good. We were talking about reclassification earlier being this year. Evangel is not one of those schools projected to move to 2A. And they're loaded up with sophomores and juniors. So may meet them for the 3rd year in a row down here.
Kick it out to Holiday off the glass. Big 3-pointer by Josh Holiday.
Got it down to 8. And timeout's called by Chambers.
Man, Holiday kissed that high off the glass, but he dropped it. Nice shot.
I've seen them not go in. They were a lot better shot than that was, but I guess the odds even out sometimes. Josh has had a good game.
Yes, he has.
In the absence of Peyton being double and triple teamed.
And when that happens, people, step up like that and have incredible games. And Josh is hitting the shots when we need them. So,
yeah, the lead is 8. 3 minutes and 36 seconds. Somebody be a state champ one way or the other here, Chester.
And let's hope we can stymie the offense there. You
figure you're gonna pick up a full court press, but we've got a couple, 3 people flirting with foul trouble. Josh is one of them. And
they've been on the court a lot out there tonight.
Yeah,
so
I don't think Peyton's been out.
I'm
sure he expected to play the whole game in a situation like this. Peyton's a junior. He'll be back next year. Josh will be back. Losing a lot of our rebounding strength, though. We'll have Gavin Kite moving up from JV. He's a good rebounder and shooter.
Well, we're losing Rafe, Caden, Jake, and Braxton. Yeah. So we'll see some.
Get a little tougher and a little tougher every year.
Yeah.
Lost a lot of talent last year and made it back.
It's a testament to the coaching staff and just the strong will of these kids wanting to go out.
Anytime you have a coach that's in his fourth basketball final and been to 6 or 7 football finals, you got to figure there's something there.
Something's working right, yeah. Well, Evangel's going to.
Yeah, they're going to take the air out of it here.
Yeah.
Now.
Smoot's out there putting a little pressure, making him make a decision.
Trying to make him get a 5-second count.
Pass to number 0.
Well, they've taken 30 seconds off the clock, which is 1/10 of the time that was left.
Almost a steal by Braxton.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
wow.
Wow.
Nice block. Got hand, too. Now, that's either 4.
That's 4 on Peyton.
4 on Peyton. But, you know, he ain't coming out with 2.5 minutes left.
No.
He's well aware. Well, that helped. We can get another miss and get a rebound.
Well, I think we have seen Evangel's game plan the rest of the game is to play keep away.
Well, they're up 9 with 2:45. Took 30 some odd seconds off the clock on that possession.
Peyton on the drive was off a little bit there, and rebound heads out to number 0.
Well, nobody down there but Josh. And he couldn't guard 2 of them, so they're up 11 now. 2 minutes and 20 seconds. Chambers going to have to start taking threes. The days of shooting 2 have pretty well.
Josh from downtown drains it. Nice shot by Josh Holliday.
Puts it back to 8. Got to get the ball back, though.
We're under 2 minutes left to go here in the 4th.
Fouls on Smoot for a hand check. It's going to put him in the double bonus. So it's 2 free throws from now on. 1:56 seconds left. Would take an epic comeback. Pushes it back to 9.
It's Tyree Curry at the line for Evangel. He has been all over Peyton Allen tonight in his back pocket.
10. Got to come down and take another 3 pretty quickly.
Yep.
Kick it back out. Well, that's another way to get 3 if you can get the shot to go in.
Yep. That'll bring Peyton to the line for 2. Rebels are down by 10.
If I was on their number 10, I was a little frightened there for a minute.
Yes.
Thought they called it on Peyton.
Peyton hits the front end of that.
You're right, this scoreboard's quick here. I look at the scoreboard and I think they're going to put the point up and it's already there. That cut it to 9, and that cut it to 8. Just can't get it below that 8 point.
Smoot putting pressure on Tyree.
Got it across the court with 3 seconds to spare. Yeah, they're not going to take a shot at all now.
Nah, they're going to make Chambers foul.
Might as well start.
Yep. Peyton can't do it.
We don't have a shot clock here. No, he can't foul him. That's right. Apparently Josh can't either because he's not. They're leaving it up to Caden. Tossing the ball around, playing keep away. Well, Caden fouled and nobody saw it. And he dribbles it out. Well,
down to about 1 minute left to go.
Knock in a 3 here and make it interesting. I don't know why they.
Braxton was blocked on the shot by, I can't see that, number 35.
There are 57 seconds left. Chambers down by 8.
Smoot with the big three.
That would have been interesting.
Yep.
Yep. Chambers ball, 48 seconds.
Need to get a quick three and a quick foul.
Yeah, you don't have time to dribble it around. Well, that's still just team foul number, that's team foul number 6.
Wow. Holiday trying to show some sportsmanship there.
I was looking at the scoreboard, I missed it, but anyway, 42 seconds.
Peyton dribbles in. Braxton has a block, or the pick, excuse me.
32 seconds. Well, they've let him get ahead of him. And Josh can't foul him, so 50-40. Looks like Evangel's going to eliminate Chambers for the 3rd year in a row.
Smoot from the corner. That's off. And
you have to say, though, Chester, I think you don't really have expert sports writers in the AISA. But I would say this is Evangel's best team of the 3 they've had down here. And probably last year's team was a little better team for us as far as strength off the bench. But this has been a great team to watch.
Yeah. This has been a good game, and the Rebels
area champs. Won every game at home but the last one. Had a terrific double overtime Monday, or we wouldn't even be here.
Mm-hmm.
Got 71 points on Monday, 60-something yesterday, and 40 today.
Evangel misses the front end of both of the free throws.
Nice.
Josh stops and pops for a 3. It's off just a little bit and off the fingertips of Rafe Daniel.
A minute and a half. I mean,
a second and a half.
Second half. Be nice if it was a minute and a half. Second and a half to go. Rebels will get a trophy. It won't be the one they wanted, but they'll get a banner in the gym too. This is a second-place team. I don't know why the clock didn't start. That's interesting. 0.1 seconds.
0.1 seconds left.
I guess it did start. It just didn't run out.
I'll tell you, these guys on the clock and the scoreboard are quick down here.
Yeah, they really are. Well, you got a 1/10 of a second to go. You got to catch it and shoot it. Not a bad try there by Peyton. And the final score is Evangel 50, Chambers 40. Both teams make the finals today. Big day in school history. Both of them lose to what likely is a better team. Coach Hines, very frank in his interview with us at halftime, that Southern was a better team. And I think you'd have to say Evangel's a better team. It's gone from 26 to 26. Evangel scored 24 and Chambers scored 14, and Evangel gets a 10-point victory here. They won by 3 last year.
Well, what a great effort, though, by the Rebels to put everything out there on the line. And, you know, they did everything they could and hung tight with the lines from Evangel. And just came up a little bit short tonight, but still another great season for the Rebel basketball team. The ladies and the boys, men.
We're going to go silent as we did in the girls' game, so you can hear Coach Roddy Beck, athletic director of the AISA, as he calls out the all-tournament team and gives the Rebels their second-place trophy. And then we'll come back for some parting remarks. It's only 10 after 8.
Hey, maybe grab some dinner somewhere.
Yeah.
Be crowded tonight, though.
Yeah,
on Valentine's Day.
Take your Valentine to Waffle House, maybe.
Yeah. Hey, they're probably booked up too. You got to make reservations at some of them for Valentine's Day.
Can you imagine calling Waffle House?
Making a reservation.
The lady answers the phone. I'd like to make a reservation, please.
I could use some.
Yeah, I know. The more I talk about it, I may have to talk with my Valentine about stopping at the Waffle House. Well, keep looking for Coach Beck to get the mic so we can bow out here, and I think he's got it. So we'll talk to you in a minute.
We have from Evangel Christian Academy, the Pregame Johnson. Also from Evangel Christian, David Working. And from Evangel Christian, Tyree Curry. Congratulations, guys. Let's give them one more round of applause. At the conclusion of our ceremonies, we would ask that behind each bleachers you leave your name, your wife, and ask everyone to please stay off the court immediately following our ceremonies. Thank you. We'll begin with our team awards now. Your Class A state runner-up, the Rebels from Chambers Academy. And your 2020 1A state champions, the Lions from Evangel Christian Academy. Again, congratulations to both teams. Thank you for coming out and supporting these young men. Please have safe travels.
Oh, we're back. We were off there, so I'm going to start over. First of all, thanks to Phil Slave for the recommendation of the Middle Waffle House on exit 11. We may give that a shout out, Phil.
Absolutely.
If we pull in there, we'll tell them that Phil Slave sent us. If you'll text us your favorite waitress's name, we'll ask for her table. So here we are, 50-40. Evangel over Chambers. Chambers takes home its 5th second-place trophy in varsity boys basketball. Won first-place trophy back 6 years ago today in 2014. Third year in a row that Evangel has eliminated Chambers from the playoff. And we are, of course, sad that we didn't win, but Chester, we got here.
That's right.
And, I would think you'd have to look back and say that both of these teams that made this championship game perhaps overachieved a little bit sometimes during the season. That both of the teams from Chambers that made the championship game lost to better teams. I don't think you can look back and say that any particular, like Jeff Hines said, just had a better team. You can't take that away from them.
Yeah, these kids should be very proud of where they've gotten to this year and the success that they've had. And it was amazing to watch them this year grow and develop and, make it all the way down here to Montgomery. And
Right.
It's something to be proud of. It's great to be a Rebel. And, it's a pleasure to come down here and, call these games with you, Calvin. And,
Yeah, I've missed you.
I know. We every Friday night we were doing something.
I missed you. Of course, I do the PA announcing for basketball, so I'm sort of around the basketball program, but I hadn't gotten to, this is the first time I've ever broadcast one in this format, so I guess I can check that off the bucket list.
But hey, we got baseball coming up this spring. So.
And the baseball team, everybody thinks it's going to be pretty good too. So, but let us pause, Chester, and consider Chambers Academy Athletics, because I know people at home, hopefully you're not sitting there thinking, well, another second-place trophy. Yeah, that's true. We've won a lot of second-place trophies. You go to Langley Gym, there's a lot of runner-up banners up there. But you go on the road with some of these Rebels and Rebel basketball teams, you go to gyms that ain't got no banners hanging up.
Exactly.
And, we're looking at a school that in 50 years has been to 7 state football championship games, has been to 6 state championship boys basketball games, one now girls basketball championship game, a girls volleyball championship match, I guess you'd call it. Baseball team's been to 3 baseball finals and won 1. Every major sport now but girls basketball has won a championship in volleyball, and I think everybody around the AISA would say that the Chambers girls volleyball was the favorite next year, returning the whole team basically.
Yes, pretty much, yeah.
So, I mean, Coach Allen says as athletic director, this is the golden age of Rebel athletics, and that is definitely true. You know, in 50 years, I'll match our record up against anybody as far as making championship games. Not only in football, which is the sport everybody looks at, but basketball, baseball. Several of our JV teams have won state championships. A couple of girls basketball teams. Of course, you don't have a state championship in JV football. JV volleyball team won a state championship.
That was last year, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And
most of
finished
those
second.
girls were
They moved up,
to
finished second. So what we're building here, as Coach Jeff Hines says, is a program.
But yeah, it's a wonderful thing to watch, and you know it's a privilege and honor to sit here and watch these student athletes go out there and compete at the level they do, and the success that they're having is wonderful, and it's pretty much unmatched around. I mean, like you said, I mean, you go to places and there's
until 1996, which is what 24 years ago, we'd not been to any championship games.
Yeah.
So really, the glory of Rebel athletics has been in the last 24 years.
Yeah.
And you know, I will sing the praises of Chambers Academy athletics from the rooftop, and I'll sing the praises of Coach Jason Allen, our athletic director. I mean, he's been to almost all of the football championships. In fact, he has been to all of them. He was the assistant coach in the first one. He took Glenwood to a football championship while he was wandering in the wilderness away from Chambers. He went to the state championship with Glenwood. He's coaches basketball, been to 4 championships now, and played on one of the others. You know, I mean, can't argue with that.
No,
but
you can't.
Coach Allen, we thank you. We won't get to interview you because I see him leaving the court to go talk with his team, so we won't get to interview him. But basketball's over now. Both teams finished second. Not a bad year. I think it's an excellent year. I think they both got as far as they could get, and I think they both lost to better teams, and you can't argue with that.
Nah, you can't. It was, you know, a lot of successes that we need to be proud of and build off of it for next year. And, you know, hopefully they'll allow us to keep doing this and, you know, showcasing these student athletes and, you know, the great things about being a Chambers Academy Rebel. So I look
Chester,
forward
if you
to
put up
it.
with me, I can put up with you.
I can put up with you just fine. I've enjoyed this, and this has been a pleasure and to do this. And, you know, I think it's great to showcase these kids and, you know, the parents and the coaching staff and everything. Everybody puts a lot into it, and, you know, it's just it's a great time to be a Rebel and be a part of that golden era. And
we're not ready for it to end.
No, we're not.
And I don't think it is.
I don't think it is either. I mean, the pipeline kids coming up. And
the Pee Wee football team won the state championship in the Pee Wee Bowl. So, you know.
And I've had to, you know, the honor of, you know, announcing some of the, you know, the JV games and the Pee Wee games in this past fall. And it was awesome to see how much they're growing. And, you know, that's our future coming into varsity football. And I think it's great. And, you know, the pipeline of kids coming up through the, you know, the younger leagues of softball and, you know, basketball is just awesome. So, you know, I'm just really excited to see where this is going to go. And I think we need to enjoy these moments and just count our blessings because it's a wonderful time. So, you know, we appreciate everybody, you know, that tunes into these and supports Rebel Athletics. And
yeah, we sure do. I don't know how many we had watching tonight. David usually tells us after it's over, but we're, I guess, waxing too much here. They're about to turn the lights off, I think. But, so we're going to stop. But we, you know, we don't like losing any more than the next person. Coach Allen doesn't like losing. We know that. But when you get to championship games, you're doing something right. So we're proud of our school as well. So send them our way, and we'll make good citizens out of them and let them play for championships.
That's right.
We're going to sign off. We thank you all for joining us and watching tonight. And we'll say go Rebels, good night, and God bless.
Take care.